Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Ramblin' Live on a Saturday afternoon here in Arizona. I got the camera facing outside to start the live stream here so you can see where I'm parked. I'm at a Love's truck stop in Williams, Arizona. Beautiful mountains with snow up there. It was in the 30s this morning when I woke up. Gorgeous, cool, sunny day. It's about 55 degrees now. And yeah, I thought I'd do a live stream today and have some fun. I hope that you enjoy this, whether you're watching it live or you watch the replay later. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around now. This always takes me a second. Let me see here. Okay, we got to go to the front one. Okay, then we got to go back. And then do that. And there I am. Okay, and then I got to, whoa, hello. Turn this back up. Anyway. Okay. Anybody on here? Let's see. Where's the comments? Oh. Hey, Bulldozer, welcome. Welcome. Great to see you this morning, this afternoon. It's 2 p.m. Pacific time. Actually, I'm in Mountain Time, which is Arizona, but they're in Pacific time right now because they don't do daylight savings time, and it's all kind of confusing. But anyway, 2 p.m. here. And yeah, great to see you, Bulldozer. So it's about 4 o'clock back home in Minnesota there. Hey, Frankie, welcome. Welcome, my friend. Great to see you guys on here. Okay, let's get started. We're going to do a live stream today. I'm a little just kind of a little headache and a little tired and just kind of overwhelmed and frustrated with technology today, trying to do some different things, but it's all good. Got a couple of good little walks in and yeah, got everything set up here. Kind of a big setup today. There's a lot of work making videos and doing live streams, but I enjoy it and I hope you enjoy it too. I hope even just one person gets some is blessed by my videos and live streams and everything in some way. I just pray that you're blessed and whether you learn something or you're just entertained. I don't know. Again, I just like to share my life. So yeah, I am in Williams, Arizona. I've been here since last night. I'm actually doing my 34-hour reset here. And then tomorrow morning and Sunday morning, I'll start driving and deliver this deliver this butter to Wisconsin. I got butter this time. I actually brought cheese from Wisconsin to California, and then I reloaded butter going back. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I'm at the Love's truck stop here in Williams, Arizona. And it's kind of weird the way I parked. I'm at a little slant, so I'm kind of tipped a little bit, but it's okay. At least it's not tipped sideways. Anyway, little tip in the parking lot here. Anyway, so a quick lineup here of what I'm going to do in the live stream today. And I did send the link to a few people. If anybody wanted to pop in as a guest, you could. And I should find a way to do that with people that are on here. I mean, I kind of just send it to friends, but you're all friends and family watching, and yeah. Hey, you like my new do-rag? I just got it at the truck stop here. Get your kicks on Route 66. Okay, I won't sing. Sorry, I'm gonna lose viewers and subscribers here. Anyway, okay, the lineup today. So, okay. So I thought I'd do a little teaching just because I really enjoy teaching and I don't get to do it very often anymore. That probably more than anything, if I could be a full-time teacher, teaching woodworking to kids, I would love that. And also sharing Jesus, and boy, that would be, and I've done that a little bit, a few years ago in a school, but they couldn't hire me full-time. So anyway, that ship has sailed, but you never know what God could do in the future. But I really enjoy teaching, and I actually have a little classroom next to my shop. I almost Scrollsaws, and I every once in a while I get to teach, and I'm hoping as it's warming up this spring, can have our youth group from our church over, and I can do some teaching and Scrollsaw and woodworking stuff. I got a lot of different ideas and stuff I can teach them. But anywho, So I thought I'd do a little teaching today in my live stream. Not that I'm anything. I mean, I'm precious in God's eyes, but compared to everybody else in the world and the YouTube people in the world, all this stuff and all the woodworkers and backpackers, all the different things that I like to do as a hobby, I'm a beginner, really. Even though I've been doing this stuff for years, I'm still an amateur and I'm always learning too. And I like to just share what I have learned. So I'm going to show a few things. I don't want to make this a 10-hour live stream, try to keep it to an hour or two. But I'm going to show how I carve a spoon, or at least some of the steps, and I'll talk about it a little bit. Then I'm going to switch the camera. I'm going to put it on the tripod and move to my bunk because I got things set up back there. I'm going to show how I do DIY fire cans and little stoves and pot stands and stuff a little bit. And then I'm going to show my day pack and the 10 essentials, and I'll give you some this hiking tips and stuff, show you some of that stuff. So 3 different areas, I guess: woodworking, DIY, outdoor survival kind of thing, backpacking, hiking thing. And then I'm going to actually make my late lunch, early dinner in the back on a different stove with a different pot and a different meal. So see if we can do that too. And then Q&A, and maybe I'll have a guest, who knows. Also going to share some scripture, share some other thoughts, and just share my heart a little bit. I could go for a little walk, do a little truck stop, outdoor tour. It's really pretty here in the mountains. I couldn't get a hike in because there's fences all around, but I could see the trees in the mountains. It was pretty nice place to park for a restart. But yeah, so that's kind of the lineup. That sounds fun. Yeah, it's really cool when you guys talk back and forth with each other here too. So, and if I have any family and friends out there watching and I don't see you on here, hi, I love you. And I know sometimes you're not on here, but you are watching. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I got my new do-rag here, get your kicks, and I got my Scrollsaw shirt on, and yeah, I need a coffee here, y'all. Okay, so, well, let's do the scripture first before I show you what I'm drinking here today. So go grab a drink and a snack, breakfast, lunch, dinner, wherever you are in the world. Grab something. You'll want something. You'll need something for this live stream. Okay, so the scripture I wanted to share is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. And if I have a life verse, that's probably it. I know people have shared life verses and stuff, and I think everybody, if you're a Christian, if you're a believer, you have a life verse. I have a lot, actually. I don't think I have one. That's probably my favorite, but I have a list here I put on here real quick just to share. I have a bunch of other life verses. Joshua 1:9, Psalm 27:1, Psalm 37:4 and 6, 4 through 6, Psalm 46:1, Psalm 143:8, Proverbs 3:5 and 6, Jeremiah 29:11, Matthew 5:16, Matthew 6:33, Mark 10:45, John 3:16 and 17, John 14:6, Romans 8:28, Ephesians 3:20 and 21. That's one of my real favorites too. That could be my life verse. Philippians 2:13, or the whole book of Philippians, really. Colossians 3:17, Hebrews 12:2, James 4:10, 1 Peter 4:10, and 1 John 4:9. And there's about 50 others that are my favorites. I have a lot of different ones. So yeah. Anyway, but I like Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Struggling with a lot of trials in life right now, but God is good and He can do so much better than we can. And even with all the trials of life and all the ups and downs and all that stuff, I am so incredibly blessed. I really am, and I'm so thankful to God. And I have the most wonderful wife in the world, the greatest kids in the world, greatest grandkids, wonderful friends. Got a great job, some fun hobbies. I am blessed even in the middle of trials of life. And yeah. So quick little thing here. I don't want to talk about this a lot because I don't really like when people talk about this, but it is an important thing. I just want to share real quick a few ways that you can support my channel if you want to. Now, I'll tell you up front, I am not one to ask for money. I am not one to ask for help. I am not one to say, oh, please give money to support this channel. This channel, I've been doing it for, well, a little over a year, but I've been doing YouTube for about 12, 13 years, making videos as a hobby. I enjoy it. It's fun. Yes, it's work, but it's fun and I enjoy it as a hobby. I just like to share my life. I like to help people smile, and it's not a job. I don't get paid for it. And I have a full-time job driving trucks 70 hours a week. I've been working my whole life. This is just a hobby. But I can't make ends meet no matter how hard I try. I just can't. And life is hard and expensive, and things keep coming up. So praying lately, asking God to give me other ways, other sources of income. And I have my YouTube channel. I know I'm really small, but it slowly grows. Maybe there's little ways I can make some money through my channel. Um, but I also don't want it to be where you're just donating money. Okay. So here's a few things. So one, I I am making money on ads now. So, and I know nobody likes ads or commercials. I don't either. But that's one way you can help me. If an ad pops up, watch the whole ad. I mean, it's only a few seconds. YouTube is free and it's not the end of the world. But by you watching the ads, I get pennies. It's not much, but I get pennies for ads. That's one way. Also, I just started an Amazon affiliate. So I have links in the description of all my videos, and I'll put it on this live stream too. But you can go on to my last video and find it. Look in the description and hit the more, and you can see the description of the video. But then you'll also see a whole bunch of links to Amazon, and it's just different things that I bought, y'all. And there's not a lot of expensive stuff in there, and I don't have a lot of expensive stuff because I'm really thrifty. I like to do things thrifty. I really do, and like to help others to do that too. But there are some things that sometimes you got to pay to get something good. And so there's just some different things I use for gear as far as woodworking, outdoor stuff, just a bunch of things. And there's some tools in there. There's backpack stuff, and there's even some electronic stuff, books, coffee, and I'm adding stuff every day. So what it is, it's Amazon links, okay? And if you click on a link, buy something, I get a small portion. Again, it's just pennies, but it helps. And here's the thing. I'm not asking you to buy any of these things. If you're already thinking about buying one of these things, you can just go to Amazon yourself, or you can go to the store, or you can go somewhere and buy that thing. But if you go use the link in my description, then I get a few pennies for each one. And that really helps if you wanted to do that. For example, if you wanted to go in there and buy a pound of Black Rifle coffee, yeah, you can go to Walmart. You can go to Black Rifle. You can go to Cabela's. You can buy whatever. But if you buy it through my link, then I make a little bit. You don't have to, but it's there. So again, that's in the description. Another thing I just set up, and bear with me because I'm still in the process of setting it up, is a Spreadshop store. Okay, and it's my merchandise that have to do with my channel. Okay, and I never thought I would do that. And I don't want to ever be prideful. I try to be humble in every way. And the thought of somebody wearing a t-shirt or sweatshirt or having a mug with my mug on it, why? I don't think anybody would want that. I wouldn't want it. But, I thought it might be something to try. And I'm small, and I might not get anybody that wants to buy anything. And I'm actually going to get a couple of things, and I'll be able to show you in a video sometime. But Spreadshop is a really cool thing. You should check it out because anybody can do it. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. You just upload patterns or designs of things you want, and then people can order them on a mug, on a water bottle, on a t-shirt, sweatshirt, all kinds of things. And Spreadshop does all the work. They'll print it. They'll make it one order at a time. They don't have anything pre-made. You don't have to do any making or packaging or mailing or do it. They do all that. So one order at a time, they'll make it, and then they send it out to the person. So anyway, I set up a Spreadshop with a few things on there. I have 3 different designs. One is basically my sticker for my channel. Another one it says "Live Life Fully," and then it just says Marty's Ramblings on the bottom. And then another one is a little thing I say about fanny packs, and that's only on a fanny pack. I have a few other ideas of things I'm going to do and stuff. If you have ideas of Martyisms or things I say that might be fun on a shirt or a mug, let me know if you'd like that. I am not going to put my picture on the mug or a t-shirt. What I want it to be is like a clever saying or something that you would enjoy having. And then I don't want it to be about me. I want me, my name or whatever, to be in smaller letters. Okay, so like the mug, Okay, you buy the coffee mug, it says live life fully. That's what I say all the time, and I just pray that you can do that. And then on the bottom it says Marty's Ramblings. Okay, so I want you to enjoy the mug because it says live life fully. Yeah, it says Marty's Ramblings on there too, but I don't want it to advertise me so much. So anyway, I have a Spreadshop. You can go in there and look at, and you can custom order anything you want with the different logos and stuff that I have. And again, I get pennies out of each thing. Again, yeah. So there's that. So the Amazon affiliate and Spreadshop is in my description, and I'm going to start putting it on every video. So you can go there if you want to buy any of that stuff. You can. I'd really appreciate it, but you don't have to. It's just there if you want to. And again, what I like about the Amazon affiliate and the Spreadshop thing is you're getting something. You're helping the channel, helping support me, my wife, and my channel. But you're getting something for it. You're not just donating money. So I like that. You're buying something on Amazon that you may already want to buy anyway. The Spreadshop stuff is stuff, a cool shirt or mug, and has a neat saying on it. And yeah, might have something about me on there too. But so I hope that's a blessing to you, and it's a way that you can help me if you want to. I'm just throwing it out there. Also, you can like videos, give them a thumbs up. That helps the channel grow. You can subscribe if you want. If you like my videos, again, I have over 500 videos of all different things. So yeah, done talking about that. I'm not going to talk about that again. Just if you want to help support me, I'd appreciate it, but you don't have to. But that's just a few things you can do. I never wanted to be anyone that. So I don't get free stuff, y'all. Okay, and I don't have sponsors, and I don't think I ever will. I just make videos for fun. But if I can make a little bit, it would help us out, and I can maybe drive truck less and make more videos. And I don't know. Anyway, just want to throw that out. The drink that I'm drinking today, and I need some right now. Black Rifle Espresso Mocha. Yes, I'm going to have some of this right now. So I'm starting with that. And then I'm going to have a sparkling iced caffeine black raspberry. And I'm going to have a bueno in a little bit. These are bueno. Those are really bueno. Okay. All right. So, did everybody leave? I think I lost everybody. Okay, so please let me know how the sound is and how the video is. I'm using StreamYard again. So I've done live streams where I use YouTube, just do it on YouTube. Then I've done some with StreamYard. There's good and bad in both. I think I like StreamYard a little better. First of all, I'm not backwards, and it's easier to share comments and stuff. And I can have guests a little bit easier. Let's see, Bulldozer said, looks like Frankie and Bulldozer are talking back and forth. Frankie wondered if he operates a bulldozer. He said, no. I'm a big guy. When I was younger, I was college material for football. My nickname is Bulldozer. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. Oh, cool. Who else is on here? Let me know if the video and the sound is good. If you have any questions or thoughts, complaints, advice, anything, please give it to me. I'm just rambling. Okay, so I'm going to carve a spoon. Boy, we've been on here for 18 minutes and I really haven't said anything worthwhile yet. Anyway, I'm going to carve a spoon. So I've been woodworking for 35 years or so, and mostly scroll sign, but I do other things too. A few years ago, I started spoon carving, encouraged, inspired by Mike Barton of Bushcraft Bartons. And I basically watched his videos, watched other videos, pretty much taught myself. Now, there's all different ways to carve spoons. I'm not a pro at it at all, but I just want to show you kind of how I do it a little bit. This is my carving kit for carving spoons and whittling. And I have a bunch of little things in here, but really all you need is a knife. And yeah, I think I've showed this before. I got my knives and stuff in here. So I have my carving gloves, and I always wear carving gloves, y'all. You don't have to, but I do because I just want to be safe and I don't want to cut myself. Okay. And I'm going to use my Mora knife. Talk about that in a second. And I think this is also a Mora, actually, a Mora hook knife. Okay, that's what we're going to use. Carve a spoon. We might take my strop out too. Okay. So, Careful with all that caffeine. Yeah, I know, but it's all good. It's all part of the fun. Uh, yeah, it looks like I lost a few people when I was talking about supporting the channel. I know you don't have to do any of that, just if you want to. This channel will always be free. Me just making videos, sharing my life. You don't have to pay for anything. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I carve a spoon. Well, actually, you're not gonna be able to see a lot of it. Hold on a second. I could tip the camera a little bit, but I'll try to show some of it, but I'll basically just be carving and talking. Um, so way I carve spoons. So I will, like when we have dead branches or fallen limbs from trees in our yard. I will get a branch. And then I will cut it to about 12 inches or so, 10, 12 inches on my miter saw, or sawzall or whatever. And then I'm on the deck of the front of my wood shop. I have a stump there and I have like a machete and a couple of little hatchets. And what I'll do is I'll take the log and I'll stand it. Well, let's say this spoon, let's say there's a log. I'll stand it on edge and then I'll put the machete or the hatchet on the end, and then I'll hit it with another log and it'll split. So what I'll do is I'll split the two sides so I get a square blank out of the log. Okay, and then I have a blank, and it might be an inch thick, 2 inches thick, or whatever. Then I go, and a lot of people don't do this, but I have a scroll saw. I use it. My advice to you is to use tools you have. I mean, yes, you can be all bushcrafty and you can use a hatchet and carve down the basic shape of the spoon out of the log. You can do that, and if you're in the woods, you'd have to do it that way. But I make it at home mostly, so I use my scroll saw to pre-cut the blanks. So now I have that flat blank out of a log. I'll go to my scroll saw and I'll just draw spoons. I have a couple patterns I made up, but every spoon is different. So I'll just draw the pattern on my scroll saw, and then I cut out the blank, and that's what it looks like. I have a few different designs. There's that one there, and there's this one. And there's these two here. These are my little coffee stirs I like to make. So I have a bunch of different ones. And I think maybe we'll just do this. Yeah, we'll probably just do this one. I think this is alder. Okay. So I'll carve this one. So see, I have a blank. Okay. And it's already, the basic shape of the spoon is already there because I did that on my scroll saw. But I do all the carving now by hand. And I have my gloves on. And the knife I use is a Mora. And these are amazing. Again, go to the link in my description. You can order on Amazon if you want. They're like 12, 14 bucks. And I can't believe that they make the Mora knife. And this is the Mora Companion. There are more expensive ones, but this one's like 12, 14 bucks, really cheap. They're built really good, good handle, really good Scandi grind blade. This is the first knife, and they're made in Sweden, y'all. I don't know if you can see that, but they're made in Sweden. And it's a super sharp, good, solid, sturdy blade. It's really good for carving. It's a pretty big, good bushcraft knife, bigger than you really need for spoon carving, but I like to use it. I have literally made probably over 300 spoons with this one knife, and I've never sharpened it. Seriously, all I do is strop it. And I'll strop it here real quick. I got some compound still on there. I just made this strop out of leather. I scroll sawed this blank thing out of poplar, and I glued a old belt on there for a strap. And that's all I do is strop it, and it stays sharp. I've never sharpened it. Someday maybe I'll need to. I've never sharpened any of my pocket knives or bigger knives. I don't even know how to really. I have a couple stones, but I don't know how to use them. I have a couple other little easy sharpeners. But I just strap them. If you do this in between every time you carve something, it keeps them nice and sharp. It really does. It really works. And so yeah, get a Mora knife. They're so cheap and they're great knives. So yeah. And then I have this one, and this was a little more. It was like maybe $30 or something. But I think that's a Mora knife too, and it's a hook knife for doing the bowl part of the spoon. So what I do first, I cut the bowl first. Whoa, dropping things here. And I know it'll be a little hard to show you this, but what I do is I do the bowl part first. And I just kind of start going around the edges before I really take anything out. And be really careful. You know, you can read books, watch videos, learn from other people, but be careful cutting with a knife, a hook knife or straight knife. Don't cut toward you. You know, and if you do, like I'm a little bit kind of cutting toward me, but I got my arms in, so it's safe. And just be in real good control of the knife. Just be really safe and just watch what you're doing. Be really safe with knives and learn knife safety before you do anything. Um, so basically, what I'm doing here, I know it's hard to see. I'm not good at doing how-to videos. I'm really not, because with the camera and all. Basically, I kind of go around the edge of the inside of the bowl. I'm just getting a little start, and now I'm just going to take out some of the wood. And yeah, I'm doing this in my truck, so the shavings go on the floor. I just sweep it out later. So and it's really satisfying and kind of relaxing to carve spoons and to whittle. I enjoy whittling too. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to talk back and forth to each other. If you have questions, if you have thoughts about knives, gloves, carving, the other tips that you have. Again, I don't know everything. I'm always learning. I like to teach, but I love to learn too. And you want to have a sharp knife. And these are a little tricky to sharpen. I'm not real good at that, but I want to keep them really sharp because then they cut really good. Yeah, I think this is alder. Alder is I get it at Menards once in a while. It looks like cherry, but it's a lot cheaper and it's a little softer, quite a bit softer, I think. But I think it's still a hardwood. Now I'm not doing like start to finish the whole process of carving a spoon. I'm just getting a start, showing you a little bit because I don't want this to be a 10-hour video. And I think I have longer videos of spoon carving. Yeah, I think I do actually. So you can check out the videos I have of carving a spoon. I show more, and I'm just doing a quick little thing here. See how it's starting to get in there? I'm starting to get at the bowl. You know, just little by little, and I just keep going around. You know, I just keep going around the bowl. And what you're doing, you're kind of going like this, kind of getting that curve, that bowl. And again, I'm not a professional. I've been doing this a few years, and I'm still just learning. I just make them and give them away. Um, and every spoon I make is different, and they're not fancy, not big either. I make them pretty small. I first started carving spoons. I made little hiker spoons, what I called them, and I would make them, and then I would leave them on trails or give them to hikers. You know, a little spoon to have in your backpack. So it's a smaller spoon. This one's a little bit bigger, kind of like a soup spoon, I guess. And the thing is, when you're carving the bowl, it doesn't have to be deep. I mean, these are made out of wood, so wooden spoons are bigger. I make them bigger anyway. But if it's a metal spoon, pretty thin, and the bowl part isn't real deep. Basically, just a scoop to get the food to your mouth. It doesn't have to be so deep and big. I don't make them deep and big, but I think they turn out pretty nice. Okay. I think I'm going to call it good. I mean, again, I'm not doing this start to finish. I'm just showing you a little bit of how I carve. So that's a good start on the spoon. The bowl part of the spoon, I won't do a whole lot more. That's pretty much. I'm going to get it smoother in there, but get a little bit deeper, but you can kind of see. Now, are we all still on here? You guys can comment or talk back and forth. Um, who else is on here? It says there's 5 people, but looks like Bulldozer and Frankie. Anybody else on here? And again, I know people will watch this after. So now what I basically do is I'm going to cut down the back of the bowl part. Sometimes I'll do this get a little more force, I'll do it between my legs, away from my legs, away from my, private area. You know, yeah, you know. So I'm basically just cutting it now. I know you can't see, but be really careful. I'm doing away from myself. Away. I have my legs spread wide, so it's not toward me at all. But sometimes you got to get a little force to start carving that back down. And again, there's other better people out there to learn stuff from. I'm just showing you how I do it. Works for me, and I enjoy it. I should really carve and whittle more often. Okay, so I'll do a lot more, but I'm just kind of showing you. I'll start carving the back part. Just kind of, you want it to slope down. And then I'll start doing the handle. And this is where it gets a little tricky. If you go the wrong, there's certain directions it'll want to dig in more. Now I'm just basically taking the edge off all around. But certain directions wants to dig into the wood more. So you just switch your direction. Kind of go, you don't want to dig too deep. Sometimes it'll dig too deep and it'll take up more than you want. But see, I'm just taking the edge off, kind of rounding the edge of the handle. And yeah, I have some other little knives, pocket knives and carvers. My little flex cut whittler, or even my Swiss Army knife, has little blades that are really good for this. So usually I do that, but this is just to show you that you can use them more for the whole process. And yeah, different woods all are different, and the wood grains, and sometimes they want to dig in more than you want them to dig in. But you just kind of just whittle around. That's how I do it. It'd be neat to see how other people do it. I have watched videos and stuff, and everybody's a little different. And there's different cuts. Again, learn safe knife cuts. And I do this. I don't know what you call it, but I put the blade on there. I use my thumb to kind of do that. I don't like to go. I don't like to do those kind of cuts. They're not real safe. To do that, this kind of controlled cuts, I guess. This real controlled cuts. Take your time. This is a hobby. This is a fun thing. I mean, you don't have to hurry with this. Enjoy it. Carving and whittling is a fun thing. It's an enjoyable little hobby. It's probably my favorite kind of woodworking because all you need is a knife and a twig or a branch, And I carve most of the time out of branches, but I also will do out of dimensional lumber because I have a lot of small pieces of cuts and stuff of all different woods. I really like birch. That's probably my favorite wood to carve, but I also like poplar, cherry, maple, box elder. One of these was box elder, I think. But you can see how it's starting to take shape. I'm just carving around the edge, and then the part between the bowl and the the handle kind of go like this, kind of get that curve on the edges. A little tricky to do that. Just again, be careful. And sometimes I'll split it or I'll cut too deep, and I'll throw the spoon away and start another one. But yeah, I'm gonna stop for now. I just wanted to show you a little bit of how I carve spoons. So I did the bowl, and then you just start forming the handle, and I'll do a lot more, and I'll whittle and carve and make some different shapes. I like to make each one different and unique, and then I'll do a lot of sanding. Hand sand, get it round. If I'm at home, I'll use my power sander and just get it really and sand the bowl. The bowl, especially because that's the part that goes in your mouth. Get that really smooth and the edges really smooth. And that's basically how I carve spoons. And I Because all I put on them is mineral oil. Equate mineral oil from Walmart. You know, you can put lots of different things on them. I don't like to because, I don't like to use peanut oils or any kind of nut oils because people have allergies. And if you have a peanut allergy, it's pretty extreme. And anything, any little smell or dust or whatever could set off allergies. And so I don't like to use nut oils. So I'll use this pure mineral oil. It's food safe. It's actually a laxative. It's food safe. It brings out the grain and color of the wood really nice. It steals it, kind of seasons it really good. You can get mineral oil with beeswax in it. I've used that before too, but that's about it. I don't get anything other fancy stuff. I just use mineral oil. I think that's the best thing for spoons, cutting boards too. I just think it works really well. So what do we got? 36 minutes. Oh my goodness. I have a video on my channel on how to sharpen a hook knife. Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah. That part is really hard. It's a challenge for me. The only video I've ever seen that makes sense to me and it helped me to sharpen mine is Ann of All Trades. She does a video showing how. A lot of other guys and other people have done it, and I haven't seen any other good ones. But that's a little tricky. But yeah, because it's a curve, it's really kind of tricky to sharpen it. Okay. Oh, that's good. All right. So switch my other drink here, and we're gonna move to the back. Okay. We're gonna move back to my bunk. See if I can do this effortlessly without stopping the video. I'm gonna put the camera on my tripod here. See if I can do this without it interrupting the video. Okay, then I'm gonna go back there. Be patient with me, y'all. Okay, this isn't a professional operation here by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, all right. Hey, y'all, it's me, Marty. Boy, you look so far away. Here, let's see if we can get you a little closer here. Come a little bit closer. Hey, I gotta have my bueno. I need to have a bueno. Move this a little bit closer. Put that there. Put that there. Yeah, it is quite a setup when I do live streams, especially when I'm showing stuff like this. And yeah, the cleanup takes a while. Okay, so I'm gonna have a bueno, and then I'm gonna show you some fire cans and little stoves that I've made. These buenos are really good. I mean, what are they? They're crispy wafer with creamy nut filling and milk chocolate. Oh, they are good. They're just kind of different, kind of like a Kit Kat, but not. I don't know what it's kind of like. I don't know what that inside. It's just kind of different. I don't know. They're good. I think they're good. Oh. Mm, 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 mm. Oh wow. Where am I? Oh. There's on a cloud there. Enjoying my bueno. Huh. Where's everybody else today? I'm quiet on here. Okay, so um so if you are a DIY guy, girl, DIY or bushcraft or hiker, camper, backpacker, you like any of that stuff, you probably know what a fire can is. Or no, you probably know what a firebox is. That's just a brand. There's different companies out there that make them, and it's basically a little stove, a wood stove that folds up flat, and you can have in your backpack. And then when you're out in the woods, you can unfold it, set it up, and put wood in there and have a fire, a self-contained fire in a can. You can boil water over it to purify water, make a coffee, tea. You can make food, all kinds of stuff. You have a little wood fire with twigs. That's really neat. Some people call them twig stoves, wood stoves, hobo stoves or whatever, but most people, they're fire boxes, and there's other brands out there and stuff. But I started seeing them, and first of all, I'm thrifty. I like making things and I like doing things cheap. Um, I don't like things you have to put together. I don't like things with a lot of moving parts, and I don't like things square. I'd rather have it round because round is solid and it fits in things better. And a lot of my other things are round and they all fit together. As a matter of fact, I think I've showed before, you can actually put together, build your own little cook kit for your backpack or for camping or car camping or whatever. And you could have like a fire can, and then an alcohol stove, and a pot, and your little kitchen gears, a cook kit. You could have a whole cook kit in one because it all fits together because it's all round. And so I started making them, and it's so easy, y'all. I'm going to show you how to make a couple quick ones here. And I just make them out of soup cans and coffee cans and tuna cans and all kinds of stuff. I'll show you a few here. This is all it is. It's a soup can with holes around the top, holes around the bottom. You can do both or neither. You can punch holes in there. Is all you do is take the lid off, take the food out, eat it, clean it out, take the paper off, and then you just use a can opener to punch holes around. And that's a size there, and there's all different sizes. I've made so many different ones. These are just a few that I have in the truck, actually. Some little ones and different ones. Then you get to ones that are like this, are more of a tuna can or a chicken can. And that could also be an alcohol stove or a solid fuel stove. They get a little bit smaller here. And then also pot stands. Okay, so like you need something to, if you have a little alcohol stove or you're burning a little stove or whatever, you need a pot stand to put your canteen cup on, or your pot or your pan or whatever. So I make them too. This one's a simple one. Doesn't have any holes in it. I just cut the top and bottom off. You slip it over your little stove or whatever you're using, and it's a windbreak, and it's a pot stand. So that works. Here's another one, but this one has holes around, so a little bit of ventilation. It's really better to have them with ventilation so they don't, because they need air. The fire needs air. And there's another one, just a little bit one there. This one here is the one I use with my canteen cup and my little alcohol stove. And here's one of the alcohol stoves here. And this one, yeah, this one barely fits in there, but it does. You know, and then my canteen cup or a pot could sit on there, and it works great. So that's like a little pot stand. That's my favorite one. Okay, and then, whoop, then you can make alcohol stoves. And one of the most popular one out there is the Fancy Feast stove. And it's just a little can, and you punch holes around it. You put denatured alcohol, which is this stuff, the heat, and then you light it, and you can cook over it. You can boil water. You can make food, and all this stuff is really cool. And it burns away dry, nothing left when it's all burnt. And then the neat thing about these stoves is you punch holes around the top, and you don't need a pot stand. Your pot can sit right on it, and it's like a burner, and it really works. So I'm going to show you real quick how I make these. Well, I'm going to show a couple of things here. Yeah, so okay, first let me show you how I make the fire can. Simple. I just emptied this. There was some veggies in there, or diced tomatoes in there. And, take the label out. I took the top off. I leave the bottom on for a fire can. And I just punch holes around the top. Super simple. They don't even have to be equal, but it's pretty easy to make them equal. Just do 2 across from each other. Then do 2 over again. Now you have 4, right? You want to do 8? I usually do 8. I mean, this is super simple, y'all. Now, this is a little bit softer can, but still works. Be really careful, too. You don't want to cut yourself. I think that's probably enough, but I usually do 8. That's all you do. Now, you can do them on the bottom, too. I usually do a couple on the bottom, but not as many. And I don't do them as deep on the bottom. So I usually punch them around the top, usually 8, and then like 4 around the bottom, so they have ventilation. You cut away from the grain of the wood. Okay. Yep. She is one. Help me learn how to sharpen my hook knife. Yeah. Yep. Yep. So that's all you do. And then you just take a pliers and bend them down. Again, be really careful when you're working with metal. You could wear gloves for this too. But that's all I do is just bend them down and curl them over. Okay. Yes, you can buy fire boxes, all those things. I just like DIY stuff. It's kind of fun to make your own. I like these better, honestly. I have a whole bunch of different sizes when I just keep making them. They're kind of fun. And each one of my backpacks, my kits and stuff, I have one of these. They're just nice when you can't have a campfire. They're lighter than, canister stoves and all that. I just like to always have a little fire can in every pack and every kit. And that's it. That's all you really have to do. And what's really cool too, you can take like tent stakes, the aluminum ones, and put them through here. And then you can set a pod. If the pod is smaller than the fire can, you can put other holes in here. Just a fire can. You can build a fire. It's basically a hobo stove. You can build a fire in there to warm up to purify water, to make coffee, make food. And you can make different sizes. I like to make them a little bigger than this usually, but it's so simple. It's just kind of neat. And then you could really get fancy. You could put another one inside it of a different diameter. And there's a little bit more to that, but you can make like a gasifier stove. People do that. I don't know really how to do that. I just make the fire cans and they work. But there's that. Okay, so then there's different kinds of alcohol stoves. I'm going to make one real quick here out of Fancy Feast cat food. Okay, so I'm just going to take the lid off. I know in one of my videos, I actually ate the cat food. I'm not going to do that today. Or do you want me to? I didn't even look at what flavor I got. I just grabbed one. Salmon and gravy. Well, okay. I like salmon, so it's not totally out of the question here. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. I know I'm going to lose subscribers and viewers on this one too, but oh yeah. I mean, it basically looks like salmon, only a little slimier. Slimier. Nope. Anywho, that does not taste like salmon. That tastes more like cat. Something. I don't know what they put in that, but you know what? Okay. Well, there's that. Pretty sure that's what happened last time I tried that. Okay. Oh, God. Uh, don't do that at home, kids. Don't do that anywhere. Oh, yeah. That was. Okay. Uh, oh, gosh. I need to get that flavor out of my mouth. Okay. Got that over with. Rinse this out at night. Yeah. Empty that. All done here. Okay. So get the cat food out. Give it to your cat. Give it to the mice. Eat it. Throw it away. Whatever you want to do. It's like 30, 40 cents a can. Something like that. It's really cheap. And this is one of the lightest, one of the most efficient, safest backpacking little stoves you can make. Super cheap, super easy. What I do is I take play. Anybody still with me? I don't know. Okay. Then what I do is I just bend down the edges on the inside because there's a little sharp edge there. Okay, I just bend that down with the pliers, go all the way around. Okay, and then take the label off, or you could just burn it off. It'll burn when the first time you light it, really. But I just like take the label off. You don't got that burning. Take the label off. Simple, easy. Then take a hole punch, and I got a couple here because I think one of them broke. Maybe they both broke. Anyway, then you're just going to punch holes, kind of like I did with the can opener on the fire can, but you're using a paper punch because this is really thin aluminum. And you just punch holes around the top, okay? And it doesn't matter how many, but it ends up being 16 if you space them. You just do the same thing, do a cross, keep going around, round and round and round. Some people don't count. I'm a little OCD, so I do. But if you just keep spacing them, you'll end up with 16 holes. And you can do 2 rows also. I don't think that's needed. I've seen some people do that. I just do 1 row. It's serious. This doesn't take no time at all to do this. And they work well, I think. Sometimes the little things fall off or they don't stay in your hole punch. Be careful of them. You can cut yourself on these too. Just be careful when you're working with metal and knives and cutters, and be safe, be wise. But yeah, you just punch holes around, and what you're doing is you're making a stove, you're making a burner, and it really does work. There's other videos out there probably way better than mine, which kind of show how to make them, how to use them, all that stuff. And just make sure all the things come off. Come on. Yeah, that's it. That's how you make a fancy feast cat food can, super cat stove. And then you put like 1 ounce of denatured alcohol in there, and it's a stove. And you can put your pot right on it. You don't need a pot stand. Okay, it'll sit on there, and that blocks the fire on the top from going out, and it's forced to go out the burners. It's a burner. It's amazing how it works. It's just really, really cool. It really does work. You could also make a little alcohol stove out of a Altoids tin. You know, you could also make them out of like this. I don't remember what this was. This kind of pops on a little lid, little can here. I'm going to make one out of that one too. My favorite kind are to make them out of a tin with a screw-on lid. And this is the one I have. And it's basically, I'm not going to make that one I was going to, but I don't want this to be real long. It looks like I'm losing people. Anyway, you just put a little screen in there, and there's insulation in there. And that way, when you put the denatured alcohol in there, it doesn't spill it as easy. I love this stove. It works really nice. And actually, I have another one at home. And I think I put it in my little Coleman Cove little place on the front deck of my shop. That one's smaller, and it works really well with my canteen kit. So yeah, that's just, some little some fire cans that I make, alcohol stoves, pot stands that you can make out of just tin cans, soup cans, tuna cans, chicken cans, coffee can. And I mean, pliers and a hole punch and a can opener is all you need to make those. Really simple. And yeah, it's just kind of fun. It's kind of fun to make your own little gear. Little stoves for survival, for backpacking, for hiking. What I also do is I have a regular can opener, and then I have a side cutting can opener. And sometimes I'll use that one, and I'll cut the lids off of cans while I'm making the fire cans, different sizes. And these make really good little stands underneath your stoves, whether it's a canister stove or an alcohol stove or a solid fuel stove or a fire can. You can put this underneath it, and it just has a base, especially if you're on wood or on the ground, or if there's twigs or leaves. It just makes it a little safer and more solid too. So that's a really good idea to make these lids. And there is different fuel you can use in these little backpacking stoves. Again, the denatured alcohol, yellow heat, a yellow bottle. And I have them in little bottles like this, keep in my backpack. You can also use Sternal gelled alcohol. You can use these in little stoves too. And then there's other solid fuel. Now this is military surplus. I don't know, it's trioxane or something. It's kind of toxic, but you can use that. Or you can use Coughlin's fuel tabs. These are solid fuel. I don't use them much, and I'll definitely use them outside because they're kind of toxic, the fumes. Or the Esbit ones. These are the Esbit fuel tabs. So it's just another way you can cook, but definitely only do that outside. Most of these you should really just use outside. And yeah, that's kind of that. I have my stuff set up over here to make my little dinner, but I want to show you one more thing. So, yeah, it's just fun to do DIY projects and to see what you can make. Anybody still with me? Okay, so now I want to real quick show you my day pack. I'm not going to do a loadout in this live stream. I'm going to do I've done that before, and it changes from time to time, but I do have a video showing my day pack, and you know, the different packs that I've had. I've given away a lot of packs, y'all. I only have 3 packs left. A day pack, a bigger pack that I have for like an overnight one. If my wife and I ever did an overnight hiking trip or backpacking or something. And then I have a military surplus one at home, but I've given away a lot. Last trip on the road, I gave away a backpack filled with stuff, clothes, food, camping gear, all kinds of stuff, trying to pass them on to people and just help people. And this week, yesterday, I gave away another backpack to a guy in Barstow. He's on the side of the road, and I gave him a backpack filled with stuff. Just, I don't know what kind of journey he's on, but I hope it was a blessing to him. And just prayed for him. But yeah, so I'm passing on backpacks and stuff. But I really like packs, but I don't. I started getting good deals on them, and I just grab them. But yeah, just have a couple now that I'm going to keep. And but yeah, it's kind of fun. Backpacks and pouches and kits. You know, I don't like things bouncing around my backpack, so I have them in kits and pouches and stuff. I like that. So just going to show you this real quick. Well, before I show you it, I made this little whiteboard thing here. So this is the 10 essentials. Okay, the 10 essentials of survival, hiking, backpacking, outdoor adventures. And this was made years ago, many years ago, probably 50 years ago, 100 years ago. The Boy Scouts or other outdoors people made it up or something. But basically, it's 10 things you should always have with you. If you're going to go hiking, if you're going to go backpacking, camping, exploring, any kind of outdoor adventure. And I would say you should always have this stuff, even if it's just in a small backpack or I'm not going to call it a fanny pack. No, it's not a fanny pack. I don't wear it on my fanny. It's a gear bag or a waist pack. By the way, that's one thing you can get in my Spreadshop store if you want. Anyway, but even if you're just going for a 5-minute or 15-minute hike, you should have everything you would need in case something happens. Okay. So basically, the 10 essentials are shelter, tools and repair, insulation, fire, first aid, water, illumination, nutrition, navigation, and sun protection. Okay. And I made up an acronym. You can see it there. It's STIFF WINS. I made up this acronym so I could remember it. STIFF WINS. STIFFWINNS. And I put the 10 essentials in order so it would spell that, if that makes sense. You can screenshot that if you want. And nothing fancy or, brain science to figure that out. I mean, it's just a simple thing. So, yeah. Shelter, tools, insulation, fire, first aid, water, illumination, nutrition, navigation, and sun protection. And yeah, so this is my backpack. This is my day pack. I'll probably keep this one forever. I'm not giving this one away. Pay a little more for this one, but it's nice. It'll last forever. Again, I have this on my Amazon list in my description. If you wanted to buy, if you're looking to buy it, it's a really good pack. Yes, you can go thrifty, go get one at Walmart. Get one garage sale or military surplus, anything works. This is a nice one. I wanted to have one nice one. And this is the 511 Rush 12. It's actually in multicam. And I think it's a 24 liter, I think. I think that's what it is. these packs, 511 is a great company. They really make stuff good, and they cost a little bit more, but they're not the most expensive. But they'll last forever. I mean, this is like tactical backpacks. I like this kind. I mean, this is like military grade, and they're just really nice packs, and I really like them. Um, and so yeah, and just really the zippers are really good. The pouches are good. The straps, everything is just built so good. The padding, they're comfortable. Yeah, the 511 12, and it makes a really good day pack. Makes a really good EDC bag. But yeah, I have this filled, and I'll tell you, I'm going to tell you what's in it. I'm not going to unload it right now. I'll do that in another video. I've done that before, but I'll do a new video soon again. But just to let you know what is in here, and all the 10 essentials are in here and more. Okay. So I have, okay, so again, the shelter tools, installation, fire, first aid, water, illumination, nutrition, navigation, sun protection. I have all that stuff in here. Okay. So for shelter, I have a poncho in here, a hammock, a bivy, and large contractor bags. So I could build, if an emergency, again, I'm going for a 15-minute hike, but if something happened and I had to stay overnight in the woods or an emergency situation, I have shelter. Again, a poncho, hammock, a bivy, and contractor bags. All in here. I could build a shelter. Plus, you could use the natural elements also. But I have that. Okay, for tools, I have a knife in here, a larger knife, a saw, a multi-tool, Gorilla Tape, a bag of cordage, and a sewing kit. All that in this pack. Here's the thing, too. I also have a lot of things on me all the time. I always have a pocket knife. I always have a little flashlight. I always have a lighter and a ferro rod. Those things are always in my pockets, no matter what. So I have a lot of redundancy on the things that are important, like fire and water. Okay, number 3, insulation. I have a light jacket in here. It's kind of like a windbreaker rain jacket. I have extra socks. I have 3 bandanas in here. I have a shamag in here. I have a hat, and I have gloves. And then I have extra gloves for cooking, leather gloves. Okay, so fire. I have a full fire kit in here. I'm really big on being able to start a fire. I've read stories, watched movies, heard stories of people who died or lost limbs because they couldn't start a fire. You never know what could happen. You could be a mile from home and fall and break a hip or something, or whatever, or something, or get attacked by a bear or whatever. And you have to build a fire to survive. And there's so many, I've told you before, there's like so many reasons to be able to build a fire. If you can build a fire, you can dry out. If you're cold or wet, you can dry to it. You can warm up. You could signal for help. It's light. You could purify water, cook coffee, cook food, keep animals and bugs away. There's so many reasons to be able to build a fire. So I have a full fire kit with numerous ways to start a fire, and I have a tinder kit. Then I also have extra lighters and ferro rods in here. Okay, number 5, first aid. I have a full first aid kit in here. And I don't like to just have a little bit. So I have a pretty good kit in there, all different things you would need in case emergency. And the thing is, you might be able to help somebody else also. So it's good to have a good first aid kit. And then I also have a tourniquet in here. Okay, number 6, water. I have my canteen kit in here with 2 quarts of water. And then I also can boil water, so I can purify more water. And I also have purification tablets. I don't have a water filter. That's what some people have also. They're real expensive and they don't last forever and they don't always work. So, being able to boil water and have water with you and have the aqua tabs, I think is good. So different ways to be able to carry water and to purify more water. Number 7, illumination. I have a headlamp in here, which I use most of the time if I'm ever in the dark, which I am. A little flashlight and some candles. Okay, number 8, nutrition. I have a bunch of snacks in here. I have beef jerky and nuts and some candy in there, and snack bars and protein bars, stuff like that. And then I have emergency meals in here, like a ramen and a bouillon and tuna and salmon and different things like that. Number 9, navigation. I have a compass in here. I also have my Spot Messenger on here. And then I always have my phone with me. So there's 3 ways of navigation. Sun protection. Again, I have a hat in here, a few bandanas, my shamag. I have my poncho in here is really a tarp too, for sun protection, and I got sunscreen and bug spray in here too. So that's everything in here. Okay, and I have some extra stuff in here too. Like I say, I have leather gloves in here for cooking. I have a coffee kit in here because I really like my coffee. I have a mini tripod in here. I have a little notebook in here. I have my Bible in here. And then on the outside, I have a walkie-talkie and then my spot messenger. So I have all the 10 essentials in here and then some and extra stuff. And this is only 20 pounds, maybe 22 pounds. That's pretty good considering it has food and water too. So that's, I think, pretty good. And yeah, it's a nice lightweight pack. And yeah, I got my walkie-talkie on here. Here's my spot messenger. I also have a patch on here. Two patches actually. I have a scripture on there, and then I have a flag, and then I have a little red first aid patch there to let people know if I'm hurt. It lets them know the first aid kit's inside that pocket. The scripture patch I have on here is the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Psalm 27:1. Also, show you one thing in here. That scripture I have in a few different places. I also have, well, here, I'll grab it quick. I also have this little plaque my wife gave me years ago. Same scripture. Okay. And then my friend Frankie made me a notebook. He made me this notebook, which is so cool. There's Marty's ramblings on it. And it also has that scripture on there. So kind of neat. Yeah. But yeah, that's my day pack, my backpack, my survival bag. I have a bigger one too, but if nothing else, if you're going to go for a hike and go for exploring outside, have the 10 essentials, have emergency stuff just in case you get hurt, you get lost, or maybe you can help somebody else. 20 pounds is nothing to carry on your back, and I have everything I would need. So yeah, there's that. And just real quick, Marty's 10 hiking tips, and I've shared this in videos before. You can screenshot this if you want. It's nothing special. You've probably heard them all before. But number one, tell someone. You're going to go for a hike and go exploring somewhere. Tell somebody where you're going, so that if something happens and you don't show up, you don't come home or whatever, they can find you. They can help you. How often do you switch out your food items so they stay fresh, Marty? Yeah, for a little while I wasn't doing that, and then I realized I don't eat them that often. So yeah, I switch them out now and I eat them, and then I put new stuff in there. So I do that really often now. Yep. So yeah, number one, tell someone. Number two, be prepared. Have a little backpack, waist pack, fanny pack, gear bag, whatever you want to call it. Have everything you need, and have things in your pockets too and on your body. Number three, with that, I have it as a separate thing. Again, have a backpack with all the essentials, but number three, because it's so important, have water and snacks. Always have water with you. Always have snacks with you. Number four, communication. Everybody has a phone. Always keep your phone on you and keep it. Have a spot messenger if you can, a walkie-talkie, some form of communication in case you need help. Number five, be wise. Watch the weather and know what the weather is going to be like. Also know the trails you're going to be on in the area. Just know what your surrounding area is, and just be wise and know what you're getting into. Number six, be alert when you're hiking, when you're exploring. Watch out for animals. Watch out for other people. Watch your step, so you don't trip and fall and get hurt. Just be aware of your surroundings. Number seven, be flexible. Maybe the weather will turn bad, or maybe something will happen, or maybe you'll get hurt or sick or whatever. And just be flexible to change your plans of your trip, your hike, your adventure, or whatever. And also, you never know. Be flexible. Maybe you'll make a new friend on trail, and you'll start talking, and you'll hike together or whatever. Or your trip or your plan will go another direction, but maybe it'd be a new good direction, and it'd be something fun, and it would be really good. Oh, hey, Robert, you're on here. Oh, you're the one that asked that. I didn't even see. Okay. How many times have you actually used your backpack items? Many times, actually. And I don't care even if I don't. There's so many people that don't carry stuff because they never use them. Well, but you want them when you do want to use them, when you do need to use them. Yeah. So yeah, number 7, be flexible. Glad you're here, Robert. I'm getting tired, and yeah, it's already been long, but it's been fun. So got a lot more to share here. Hope everybody. Hey, Chris. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are coming in here. Oh, I'm so glad for everybody watching and for everybody who'll watch after. Okay, number 8, document and share. You know, do a journal of your hiking trips or your exploring or backpacking or whatever you're doing. Make a little journal, or make videos like I do, or audio podcasts or whatever, or just tell people or just share your adventures with other people, and it could bless other people. A lot of people can't go do the things that you get to do, so share with others. That's what I like to do. Number 9, do what you can. You don't have to have a 511 pack. You don't have to have any expensive gear or have lots of time or energy or money or whatever. We all have limitations, but do what you can when you can and just enjoy the outdoors. Number 10, enjoy the journey. Whatever you're doing, don't make it a job to go for a hike. Enjoy it. I gotta pee, y'all. I'm sorry. Do it. I gotta do it. Yeah, don't look. Let's see. Let's go up like that. Okay, you can look at my messy bunk up there for a minute. Okay, you guys talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I'm gonna get rid of some coffee here, because I got a good hour more of rambling to do here, and there's no way I could hold it. So I hope everybody's doing well. Thanks so much for everybody being here. So again, if anybody wants to be a guest, let me know. Okay, hold on here. Yeah, you got to do it. It's just part of life. Poop happens. Pee happens. Sorry. Oh, good night. Oh, I have much room here. Got my little table out here with all my stuff on it. And okay, so. Oh, good night. Okay. All right. How many people did I lose? How many people did I lose on that one? Yeah, I know, y'all. I know. Okay, so showed you guys how I carve spoons, kind of. Showed you how I make little fire cans and alcohol stoves and stuff. Showed you my backpack and 10 essentials and stuff. I'm gonna cook a meal now, but I want you guys to talk back and forth. I also want you to ask me questions and give me advice and tell me everything I'm doing wrong, which is a lot. Okay, what am I missing for comments here? Let's get caught up on the comments, and then we're gonna make a cool meal, I think. Okay. Gotta back up here. Oh, I need my glasses. Oh, good night. All right. Oh, I look like a nerd in glasses. Okay, what we got here? You live in the outdoors if you're able. Well, like I said, Frankie, do what you can. You have a rest area a few minutes away. You could drive there and just enjoy being at the rest area even. Just do what you can. Robert, Chris, I have a video being posted. Oh, okay. When I'm done with the live stream and I put everything away here, I'll watch your video, Chris. That's great. Marty has stage fright. When going on a hike while truck driving, do you leave a note on your truck saying when and where you went, sort of like a trip log? Oh, no, I don't. I almost always, like I say, that's the first rule, Marty's rule of hiking or adventures. I always let somebody know. That's why I post a picture on Facebook. I always let my wife know, and I always have the spot messenger on. I guess if I stopped like at a trail in Montana by the CDT, in the middle of the wilderness. I probably should put a note on the truck, but I'm at a truck stop here. There's 100 trucks here, but that's a good idea though. That's a good thing. And maybe a person to notify in case you're in trouble. Yeah, like I say, I always tell Marilyn. I always put a post on Facebook so everybody knows I'm going on the hike. Usually tell you guys, and then I have my spot messenger on too. So yeah. So yeah, what was I gonna say? I'm gonna cook a meal now, but like I said, if you want, I don't want to talk about this too often, but if you want to go in my descriptions after the live stream, and look at my last video, there is a link for Amazon affiliates links on there. If you're interested in buying any of those stuff, again, you don't have to, but if you buy it through my channel, it doesn't cost you anything more, and it'll help me out. And there's a my Spreadshop store is there. If you wanted to buy anything, again, you don't have to, but if you wanted to, it's there. That's in my description of my videos. From now on, I'll have them in there. Just a little way you can help support the channel and help me and get something cool out of it too. So, just letting you know we got your back. Yeah, I know. Thank you so much. You like my new do-rag? Okay, so I'm gonna make a meal here, and I don't know if how this is gonna work, but okay, if anybody wants to be on the live stream, you can be a guest. Well, anybody in our fun chat that wants to click on the link. Okay, so what I'm going to try to make here is something that Marilyn and I had a couple weeks ago. We stopped at this little cafe, and I remember, I think she had vegetable soup or beef stew or something. And I had, thanks. I had wild rice chicken soup, and it was so good. Oh my goodness, it was so good. Now I want to learn to make it. Give me any tips here, Robert. You're the chef here. Give me any tips if you ever made it. I'm gonna make it here, but it's not gonna be home cooking. Okay. I have a can of chicken here. I have a can of cream of chicken soup, and I have some wild and brown wild rice and brown rice with garlic already made. This is everything's really already cooked. I'm just gonna warm it up. We'll see if it's good or not. I'm going to use a different stove here with my Coleman canister, and this is my pocket rocket. Again, if you're interested, it's in the Amazon links on my description. It's a little more expensive, but I got it on sale. Got it at Cabela's a while ago. It's really small pocket little stove. It's really lightweight, works really well. But yeah, that's the stove I'm going to use. And I'm going to use a different pot I've had for a little while. This is a GSI. Gosh, I don't know what it is. 1,000 milliliters or 32-ounce pot. I'm going to use this pot because it's going to be a little bit more. So, and I think what I'm going to do. All right. So, I'm totally prepared here again. Let's drain it. Let's get some of this stuff ready. Let's drain the chicken. Or do I want liquid in there? Sometimes I leave the liquid in there. No, I think I'll drain it. I think I'll drain the water out of the chicken. Okay, take the lid off the chicken. And this is just great value white chicken breast. Okay, we got that. Then we got cream of chicken soup. I'm going to use all of it too. That's why I'm using the bigger pot. Ouch. Okay. Wow, that's really condensed. Okay. And it's just Chestnut Hill cream of chicken out of the dollar store. Oh yeah. And then I'm using Ben's whole grain. Yeah. So it's brown and wild rice with winnow and garlic. I don't know. Anyway, it's already cooked. Everything's pretty much already cooked. Okay. I'm going to do olive oil in here just because last time it really helped to make things so they didn't burn. Helps the taste, and olive oil is good for you. I like olives, y'all. I eat olives every day. Green olives with garlic in them. Oh, they're so good. And when it's funny, when I open the jar, I good night. Still in here. When I open the jar, I drink the olive juice. Oh, that's good. I know a lot of people drink pickle juice. See if I can do this without spilling. I know my last canteen cup. Hello, boy, it echoes. Hello, hello. Oh, what is that from? Oh, remind me of something. See if I can do this without spilling because I spilled last time. All right, that should be good. All right, so, all right, and open the rice. Marty, remember what happened when you ate that big can of chili? Yeah, I know, y'all. Yeah, my portions are a lot smaller nowadays. I haven't eaten a whole lot today, so I don't think this is going to be too much. Okay, so I'm going to put the olive oil away before I spill it. That up here. All right, so let's light the stove. Then I think I'm going to put the chicken in first, somewhat brown it. Yeah, this is a nice little stove. I've only used it a couple times. It's really small and light. Um, but it works really good. Again, it's a pocket rocket. Let's put the chicken in here first. Yeah, another cooking with Marty video. That's probably too high. It's a really small burner, but it's really hot. Okay. Oh, I need some Marty's Dash. Oh, oh, it's already frying. Okay, I need a spoon. Whoa. Hold on, y'all. Get that olive oil. Whoa, that's a flame. Boy, we got some serious heat going there. Um, my Marty's Dash. Chris, I gave you my little Marty's Dash. I Where's my big one? I do have a big one. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I found it. I found it, y'all. Oh boy, that would ruin the whole day if I didn't have Marty's Dash. This is my Marty's Dash. Seasonal, sea salt, black pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. All right, I'm gonna put that in the chicken. Good night. That really comes out, doesn't it? Okay, got that. Let's keep this stirring. All right, I don't know if this is gonna work or not. You know what? I think I want to add the soup. Get some liquid in there. You know what? I'll take it off for a second. Good night. Let's get the soup in there so we have more liquid in there. And actually, this is condensed. So do I need to add some water? So you know what? I should have just left the chicken juice in there. You know, it would have all just worked. Oh, good night. Yeah, I think I need a little water. Where's my water? Hold on. Okay. All right. Let's put that back on there. All right. Eh, okay. Okay, so next time I'm just going to leave the water, the juice in the chicken because I had to add water anyway because of the condensed soup. I don't want this to be soupy though. I want it to be a little thick. Well, it is soup. Let's get this. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. Let that cook for a little bit. Anybody still on here? Oh, good night. What else did I want to talk about? I got my clipboard over there. Um, Trying to read what's on my clipboard. Yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to just show. Um, oh, I got the final quote I'm going to do at the end, of course, but oh, that's cooking. That's cooking, y'all. I like my little alcohol stove the best, or cooking on an open fire. But sometimes the canister stove works probably best in here and quickest, really. How are we doing here? Okay. I think I'm gonna add the rice. What are y'all thinking of this? Chicken and wild rice is supposed to be thick. Okay, yeah. Uh oh shoot. Yeah, I was talking to my wife Marilyn about making it, and she said Philadelphia cream cheese. I think she said. I think that's what it was. Um, by the way, pray for her. She's at training today for a Christian weekend. She's probably almost home by now. I don't know. Maybe she'll pop in here. But yeah, that's what gives it some flavor and thick. Um, but it is a soup. Um, boy, that's a really good stove. That cooks. It's a really good idea that whatever you're making, put some olive oil in there. I haven't had it. I mean, my canteen cup and now this one. Add some olive oil, nothing burns. Really cool. Let's add the rice. Let's get the rice in there. Oh, good night. Yeah. That's going to be 2 or 3 portions. But again, I haven't eaten much today. This is kind of lunch dinner. All right. I probably shouldn't have paper towels by the burning flame. All right. Let's try to stir this. Ooh, I think this might be good. I don't know. Again, I'm not a chef. I make things and they sometimes are good and sometimes they're different, weird, but um I had it in the cafe the other day and it was really good, y'all. I mean, really good. It is actually really thick. I think actually I do have I'm gonna add a little water because I want it to be soup, but kind of thick, like creamy. So how's everybody doing today? So, does anybody have any questions, thoughts, advice, complaints on carving a spoon, making DIY stoves, fire cans, alcohol stoves, pot stands, backpacks, the 10 essentials, hiking tips. Again, I really like this backpack. I do. I'm not giving that one away. I'm keeping that one. Um, and anybody have any thoughts, questions, anything at all, shoot them at me. If anybody wants to be a guest, if anybody has some really cool, fun things to share with our audience, um, ooh, it's smelling. It's smelling. I don't know if it smells good, but and I do have a lid, which I probably don't even really need because it's cooking good. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. And that's an MSR pocket rocket. So I have some different stoves that I've kind of collected. I got the MSR pocket rocket, which I don't use very often. I kind of keep it in my pack for emergency stove. Of course, you need a canister with it too, but I like the little alcohol stove and I like using a fire can. I like my little Coleman one. Um, the canister one. That one was only like 15 bucks at Walmart. This one was like $40 or so, but it was on sale and I got it at Cabela's. Um, and then I got a couple of Coleman little one burner stoves that I haven't even used. I'm excited to use those. Those are bigger, not really for backpacking, but um, yeah, I'll do them in my little Coleman Cove one day if I ever get home. Oh, here a little tip here. If you're gonna put a lid on a pot, well, use your gloves when you're cooking always. This is a nice long handle and it's working out pretty good. But turn this little thing up on the lid before you put it on so you can grab it again. Because then you could actually do it without your gloves probably, but you want to use gloves if you can. Um, let's see here. Yeah, see the handle isn't even getting hot because it's not that close. I'm gonna keep stirring this. Yeah, it's not burning at all. Let's see how we're tasting here. Boy, it's looking good. Kind of looks like, just like the stuff we got in the store. Remember the other day, hon? Look at the cafe. Let's give it a taste. I don't think it's really hot or done yet, but yeah. It doesn't have all those good flavors and like a homemade one would have, but yeah. The thing with the canister stoves, they're so high. I don't like it being so high. That's why I'd rather do it on a lower one, on a little alcohol stove or whatever. Oh, yeah, I'm kind of tired today. Just a little, wanted to really rest today. I'm in doing my 34-hour reset at a truck stop here in Williams, Arizona. But kind of started out, well, I had coffee and devotions this morning, nice little walk. And then I was playing around trying to set up my Spreadshop store and having technical difficulties. And I was just frustrated and nothing was working, but kind of got it. So be patient with me on that. If you want to look on there, I basically have 3 patterns on there. One, and my friend Robert helped me make those. One is basically my sticker of my channel, and you can get that on anything: coffee mug, water bottle, t-shirt, sweatshirt, anything you want. The other one it says "Live Fully Alive" and with Marty's ramblings on the bottom. The other one is specifically for the fanny pack. So yeah, and I have some other ones. I want to do one that says "Find your adventure wherever God has you." I want to have one that says "Just making sawdust." Just scrolling along, some woodworking and outdoor ones and stuff. Um, so I'm gonna have other patterns and other things too, but those are on there for now. Be patient because I still gotta tweak and fine tune the store. I still gotta figure out the settings and everything. And oh yeah, we're getting hot now. Still not burning. Pretty cool. I think I'm gonna turn it down to just a simmer basically because it's almost hot enough. Um, so yeah, again, it would help me. It would help support us in this channel. If you want to buy something on the Spreadshop store, or if it was something you're going to buy anyway on the Amazon links, it'll help. It doesn't cost you any more. And what's neat about that is you get something. So yeah, that's totally up to you though. Um, but I would really appreciate it. And I just want to thank everybody who's watched me for the last 12 years, 13 years on YouTube, making my silly videos. I hope you enjoy my adventures. Thank you for everybody. There's people that have been watching me from the beginning, and I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful for new people too. Thankful for friends and family, and um, yeah, thanks so much just for being part of my life through this silly thing. YouTube, it's really crazy when you think about it. It's just a hobby I do on the side. It kind of helps me to make videos and share my life, when I'm on the road a lot, working a lot. Yeah. So thank you. How do I keep sawdust out of my ears? So is that a potential thing to have on a mug or a shirt, or is that a question? I mean, I would wear earplugs. um, that's good for if you have loud tools. Also, how are we doing here? Hmm. Oh, definitely getting hot. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna put the lid on now. Give it just a couple seconds, and then take it off the heat because it's good. It ain't bad. It's not as good as in the restaurant the other day, the little cafe, but it's pretty good for me. Okay, so I'm going to use this to put the pot on when I take it off the burner. So I'm going to do that right now. Take that off, turn the burner off. Sure, it's off. Let that sit a little bit. Keep the lid on. That's one thing I learned years ago, y'all, especially for like making rice. If you, the way I make rice, I used to burn rice all the time, but then I started doing it this way. You get the water boiling, you put the rice in there, and this is pre-made rice, but if you're going to make raw rice, um, get the water boiling, put the rice in there, stir it, keep stirring it while it's boiling on medium or high. Um, then take it off the heat, put a lid on it, and leave it for 20 minutes to a half hour. It's not on the heat anymore, but you have a lid on it, and it's still cooking in there, but it's starting to cool down, so it's not going to burn. 20 minutes, half hour, you take the lid off, and your rice is fully cooked. The water's all gone, and it didn't burn. It works. That's how I make rice nowadays, and you can do a lot of things like that. Like this is done, but I wanted to just warm up some more, so I took it off the heat with the lid on, and I'm just letting it sit in there, and it continues to cook. It really does work. It's pretty amazing. Um, but yeah, sorry, I don't like to do that on camera, but sometimes you just gotta share. It's just all part of the fun. Ew. Anywho, how we doing here? Any other okay. No, you asked if we had any questions. Oh, okay. So it was a real question. Yeah, earplugs. Oh, I got a message here. Oh, okay. My wife just says she's praying with me. They are working on wheat and placemats. Uh, so what this is, what my wife is at, it's a Christian weekend event, and she's working it in a couple of weeks. They're at the training right now. And wheat is like little things that you send and you give to the people, the candidates, the people that are going through the weekend, like little cards, little gifts, little snacks, whatever. Um, and they're making placemats for because they have small groups at tables, so they're working on all that stuff. So that's good that things are going good for her. Oh, I wish I could do it with her. Maybe someday, home more. You know what, guys? Some of you haven't known me for long, some for a while, but I'd rather be home. I am a homebody. I am a very devoted husband and father. I'd rather be home every day. But I started my trucking career, and it's hard to change now. I'm 58 years old. God could open a door for somewhere I'd be home more, but I'm just going to keep trucking for now. And yeah, right now I have to be gone even more. But when I'm home, I treasure my time with my family and being home. I'd rather be home. I don't like being on the road all the time, but I just try to honor God while I'm out here and working and do what I can and make the most of it. Do my little hobbies, make videos and share with everyone. Try to just shine Jesus and help people on the road. And when I'm home, I cherish my time at home. And I look forward to the day where I can be home every day with my wife and and even to get to where I'm home more again, hopefully soon, and get other income sources in and just get ahead of stuff. But yeah, um, go ahead and pick a winner. Go ahead and pick a winner. What? I'm confused, Chris. Pick a winner. What do you mean? Are you talking about my nose? Are you talking about me picking my nose? All right, look at this, y'all. Look at. What do you think? All right. Watch me eat again. This isn't even a Canteen Cup Tuesday. By the way, I'm going to try to do that every Tuesday, and I got a lot of good ideas. This is so cool. It didn't even burn. I like that. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm telling you. It's good. No, it's not homemade. It's not as good as we had in the cafe the other day, but it's good. It's good for Marty. Good in the truck. Oh, yeah. That works. Mm, mm. Yeah, that's 2 or 3 servings. I'm eating the whole thing. Mm. Hey, while we're hanging out here, I'm going to show you another little stove real quick. Uh, Anybody has any questions, or if anybody wants to be a guest and come on in, let me know. I'm going to make another little stove with a lid. Now, this isn't a screw-on lid. I like the screw-on ones better, but this goes on pretty tight. Um, really tight. I had it off a little bit ago. And it has a clear plastic lid, which doesn't matter because you're not going to put that on when it's hot. Okay. I don't even know what this was. It's about the size of Robert, your board butter. And I like that one. That's my perfect one because it's a neat size and it has a screw on lid. I want to make more of them. So I want to buy some from you because I could use the board butter and I can make a couple stoves. This one goes on pretty tight though. It's work. And actually you can put a rubber band or whatever on it too. But I'm going to make one real quick. So show you how I make it. Very simple. This was 50 cents at the dollar store. It's a sink strainer. Okay. Maybe there's another place where you could get a little metal screen. I guess you could just get a roll of screen like for repairing screens, but 50 cents, you know. So what I do, where did I put my scissors? Where did I put my scissors? Uh-oh. 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 I had my scissors here. Where'd it go? Ouch. That hurt. I had my scissors. Oh, there they are. Okay, found them. Okay. Okay. All right. Really simple. I'm just gonna cut into this. You could almost get two out of this, maybe, but I just usually do one. This was 50 cents, y'all. Okay. Give me a break. And I know I'm cutting apart a sink strainer, but really. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So then you have a screen here. Okay. And it's all you do. Take a marker here. Use my little clipboard here. I'm going to take, I'm going to trace the lid because it's a little wider. Okay. I'm going to trace around the lid. This is so simple, y'all. This is kindergarten stove making here, but still fun, and I like to teach and show things. You know, that's all you do, and you could do it a little outside the. Oh, be careful too, because this is aluminum. If little pieces fly, then you get them in your socks and in your feet. You can go a little wider because then it'll kind of fit in there tight. Really simple. Yes, you can make the alcohol stoves that don't have a lid and don't kind of a circle. I don't know. But I like this kind. Boy, that looks like I'm close to being a circle. Boy, I had a line to follow. The heck? Anyway, that'll work. That'll work. Okay. Then take a little bit of insulation. And I got a roll of it for $1.50 at Walmart, and it'll last my lifetime. Now, this you could trace too, but I just wing it. Careful of insulation. This is fiberglass insulation, and it'll get you itchy. You don't want to be itchy. Itchy is no fun. So yeah, and I mean, look at this. Takes like 5 minutes to do this, and then just stuff it in there like that, right? What's cool about this is when you put the alcohol in there, it soaks it up, and then it doesn't spill as easy. Yes, sometimes they still spill, but then you put the little mesh screen in there, and it'll kind of raise up or pop up, kind of, sort of. I don't know, but you can kind of get the picture. Simple, simple, y'all. Get an alcohol stove. Really, and it really works. Should I show you? Okay. Um, let's here. I'm gonna move my canister stove down here. We don't want to ignite that. Hey, I gotta eat too while we're doing this because this is really good. I don't want it to get cold. Mm. Oh, that is really good. It's like a $3 meal. All right. So I'm gonna go like this. Put it on there. You see that? All right. I'm just gonna pour it right out of the bottle here. If I can do it without spilling, maybe. Is this one open yet? No. All right, let me get my other bottle here. Again, be careful, be safe. For the most part, don't start fires inside of a truck. I mean, I'm careful. And anyway, all right, put a little bit in here. Not a lot, just a little bit. What this is, by the way, I'm pretty sure this is a mini Nalgene bottle. I put it in plastic, but they don't leak. And I got it at a military surplus store for like $0.25. Should have got a bunch of them. All right, so now, and so I'm not going to use the lid to put it out because this does have a plastic lid, but, and it's a big butt. If you're talking about me, it's a big butt, y'all. Where'd the other one go? Well, you know what? I'm just going to use this then to douse it out. That'll work. Well, yeah. Or I could, yeah. Anyway, all right, let's light it. Light it, y'all. Or you want me to light it? And it's lit. Alcohol stove. 5 minutes, y'all. And see what you could do now is you could put this hot stand around it. Now I could put this on here and cook this. I could warm it up on there. Am I the only one that's excited about this and how cool that is? Anyway. Okay, now it's getting hot. All right. I'm gonna need my gloves to take it off. But I made an alcohol stove in 5 minutes, y'all. I mean, I don't know. I like DIY stuff. You know what? Let's just put that on there. And it's out. Just like that, it's out. And in seconds, I could put the lid on. And if you do a little alcohol stove in a fancy feast like this, once it burns away, within seconds, it's cool to the touch. I don't know. Just kind of fun. I know it's all this. Anywho, this silly fun stuff. Gotta have a hobby, y'all. You gotta. Oh, I gotta anyway. But yeah, what do you think of that? Oh yeah. So the plan is I'm gonna deliver Tuesday sometime, probably afternoon, in Reedsburg, Wisconsin, which is Wisconsin Dells, close to Madison, that area. Good, y'all. Sorry, talking with my mom. Um, and then I'm gonna reload and stay out another week because we need the money. Get ahead. Then go home, hopefully for 2 or 3 days. Yeah, hopefully in a month or two, my wife will be feeling better and she can start going on the road with me more. Hopefully by middle of summer, I can be home a little more. We'll see. See what God does. Um, does anybody want to see anything else? You want me to do anything else? Let me know. Robert, Chris, Frankie, any of you want to be a guest? Just click on the link if you want to pop in and talk. Share some of your wisdom, things that you know, which is probably way better than things I know. You know what? This would be really good with diced green chilies. I was just thinking. Hmm. It really turned out. It's really good. I'm gonna blow my nose again. I'll do it off camera. How's that? Again, another little shout out again. The Blind Woodsman. I'm reading his book. I'm about a little over halfway. I'm gonna read some more tonight. Check out his YouTube channel. He's on Facebook too, and really good book. Oh, I got a mess to clean up in here when I'm done. How's everybody doing? The sawdust is making me itch. I've got to go shower. Night all. Oh, okay. Well, you were working in your shop? Oh, that's good. What do you mean good night? It's 10 minutes to 4, Chris. What do you mean good night? Oh, this is really good. Wild rice chicken soup, you know. Does anybody want me to show anything else or talk about anything else? Or does anybody want to be a guest? We're almost up to 2 hours, but I'll go longer. There's people watching. Robert, you want to pop in? You don't have enough time to have me as a guest. Oh, I got all night. We could go. We could go like 10 hours, Robert. You don't have to, but if you wanted to, you can pop in for a half hour if you want. It's up to you. You have so much to share. Otherwise, people are just going to watch me eat. I got to turn my AC on. It's getting kind of warm in here cooking. Oh, here's my little tablet, a little 8-inch tablet. That's what I'm using to work on things that should use a computer for. Really a pain, but a little better than the phone. But anyway, it was so neat, and it didn't even burn on the bottom. Yeah, I could have made this in the microwave, but it was funner. Hey, have a good night, Chris. If you're leaving, Frankie, you still on there? Robert, looks like you're still here. You want to pop in and chat? People would love to see you and hear you, I'm sure. I'm kind of running out of words, but if you wanted to pop in, you could talk for a while and I could eat. You could talk about this winter in New York. You could talk about history, talk about woodworking, scrollsaw, lasers, 3D carving, life, your faith, anything you want to talk about. Hey, Lynn, welcome. I was just saying I'm about 2 hours, but I'll go another hour if somebody wants to pop in and be a guest. I'm kind of running out of things to talk about and I'm eating, but if anybody wants to pop in, just click the link in the fun chat. You can come on in and talk about anything you want. Both of you, we could try it, y'all. Lynn and Robert, we could try to do you both at the same time. I haven't tried two people at once. Should we try it? I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you're enjoying this live stream. I'll go longer if you want. But yeah, look at that. I made another neat little stove. So cool. And they work so good. Yeah, I'm a simple guy. I'm a simple man living a simple life. And I can't sing at all. I don't know why I try. Hmm. Pretty good, y'all. Needs a little more Marty's dash, I'm thinking. If anybody wants to be on, click the link. Oh, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. So who's all still on here? Frankie's still there. I don't see ya. I think Chris went to bed. Kind of early, but Robert and Lynn are on here. Says there's 7 people on here. I don't know who you are, but I'm glad you're here. You want to see what it looks like outside real quick here? It takes a second, but let me switch the camera. Oh, well, maybe it's not going to let me midstream here. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. I'm going to change the camera. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like outside right now. Yeah, there's Dash and Noel sitting on the dash. Cabby and Pugs, they're in the back now. It was getting a little crowded up front. Yeah, beautiful mountains all around. Some snow up there. Yep, that's my view out the window here. Okay. All right. Get back here. Where are we? Okay. Are we still live or did I mess things up? Gotta go get off here, then click link. Yeah, if you want to come on. Yep. Yep. Sounds good, Robert. Lynn, you can too. Frankie, you know what? It would be kind of cool to see if I can do more than one guest at a time. So, Robert, Lynn, and Frankie, if y'all want to pop in, it would be fun. You guys could talk while I eat. I'm serious, y'all. You got to get yourself a 511 Rush 12. Great day hiking pack, great backpack, survival bag, bug out bag, go bag, day hiking bag. You can get it in multicam, OD green, which I haven't found, coyote tan, black, and I just seen a commercial. They got it in woodland now. The woodland camel. I like this multicam, but yeah. Anyway, you tried. Well, click on the. Well, you gotta get off watching it though. So I would, if you wanna pop in as a guest, close YouTube. Get off watching it. You can't do both at the same time. Close everything on your phone. Clear all your notifications, and then go to the fun chat and click on the link, and it should take you here. I'm waiting for somebody to pop up. It would be cool to see if we can do more than one. So come on, y'all. Oh, somebody's there. What we got here? There's Lynn. Hey, Lynn.
Hey, Marty, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. How are you, brother?
All right, just got back from afternoon lunch with my bike club, and
Okay.
we just got back in about 15 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
everything's going good.
that's so cool that you have a group like that. Um, I have friends. I actually have a lot of acquaintances in life. I have probably 4 or 5 friends that are good friends I've known my whole life, but I never see them. And of course, it's been a real blessing to meet you guys through the YouTube, and we've become friends. But and I have my pastor. I have a couple. I have my friend Don. But otherwise, I don't have a group of guys that I can get together with, whether it's sharing a hobby, hiking, fishing, hunting, whatever. I don't have any, that's really wonderful. You have that, and I've never really had that, like a group of friends to hang out and do stuff with. Hopefully, I will someday. But that's really cool. So, where do you guys go for lunch?
Well, we went to a Mexican food restaurant over in another town. It was about 45 minutes from here. We usually meet on the last Monday night of the month in Tiffin, Ohio, which takes us about an hour from here from the house to drive over there, either in the car or on the motorcycle. When the weather's right, we all go out on our bikes and go over there and have our Monday meetings. And then occasionally on a Saturday, we will go meet again and then go off on a trip and have lunch somewhere else in here in Ohio.
Oh, okay, okay. So it looks like Robert's may be there. I'm gonna see if I can bring him in and see if we can do 3 at a time. But since you haven't been on for a while, I'd like you to just talk and share. You can talk woodworking, laser, 3D, music, anything you want. But let me see if I can get. I think it's Robert. Let me see here.
Okay.
Hey, Robert.
I'm backstage.
It works. Look at this. We got 3 of us on here.
Hello, Brother Robert.
What's going on, Lynn?
Not much, my friend. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm just just living the life,
Did you have your deal today?
No, that comes Monday.
Oh, it's coming Monday. I thought it was today, but you correct me. It is Monday.
Monday, yeah.
I'll tell
Yeah,
you.
I don't want to go any sooner than I have to.
Yeah, I have had for everyone listening, I've had at least I know 2 heart caths, maybe 3. I can't remember exactly.
Okay.
And it's not near as bad as you would expect unless they have to go in and do the heart surgery.
Right. Well, I'll be out for that. Even I'll be out for it either way, whether they do it or don't.
Well, we're all praying for you, my brother.
Well, thank you.
I don't know whether they're going to go through your arm, through your wrist, or go
Well, they
down
said
through
either
your
the wrist or the groin.
Yeah, right. And like I said, back in 04, I had a triple bypass.
Okay.
And it was something I wouldn't have been expecting. I went in to get a stress test, and the doctor said, well, I said, I need to go. I got to go back to work. He said, you're not going to work. He said, you're going to the hospital. And they put me in the hospital, kept me over the weekend, and first thing Monday morning, he had his best crew in there.
Right.
And he said, I want to keep you guys in here, or keep you in here over the weekend, so you don't do anything strenuous. He said, you're in bad shape.
Right.
I could, I didn't know. I'd never had any heart problems, and I felt pretty good. But it
famous last words, right?
Right. Right.
So,
That's
guys,
pretty good. You look good too. Who's your Undertaker?
okay.
No.
So, guys,
She's in yonder in the other room.
Well, the way the doctor explained it to me was, I'm going to go in there and we're going to have a look, and then if any of the arteries are 70% or more blocked, we're going to do the surgery right then and there. You won't even know. We're just going to have you sign a release before you go in.
Yes.
okay. So, guys, if I could say something real quick here.
No. I
So,
wanted to say
hey,
that
it's my
before.
channel. No,
You're
but
so-
so you know this, but we're not on the personal fun chat. So we're on live on YouTube. Millions of people are watching right now. Well,
awesome.
actually, there's only 2 people on here, but so I was just gonna say, if you guys can talk back and forth, you can ask me stuff. If anything that you guys want to share, you can talk about. I'm gonna finish eating and kind of put a few things away here, but if there's anything you guys want to share on YouTube with the world, any subjects at all, run with it.
Well, we were doing that before you interrupted.
Isn't that always the case?
Yes. Yeah.
Kidding, Marty.
Well, you're right though.
No. We
most
talk
of
about
you-
anything you want to talk about. Whatever anybody wants to hear about. I'm up for anything.
Most of my stuff now is as most of you know, I'm into the 3D printing, and I've made the cup. If I can get it in here, holds 8 ounces of fluid.
Welcome, Dave. Dave's here. Hey, Dave. I got my friends Lynn and Robert on here, and they're talking while I'm finished eating. Keep going, Lynn.
Okay, and I do a lot of printing of wild animals. This is my purple bison. I also have a black one, and this is my getaway room, as I would call it. I have all my music instruments. I play the guitar. I build cigar box guitars. I am a big procrastinator in the biggest way. If I have to do it today or can do it tomorrow, I will do it later. but I have a lot of fun. I have my sister-in-law is living with us now. Her husband passed back in October of last year, but she's living with us. But Diane's really been good about taking good care of her and everything. So anyway, we're trying to get things rounded around so we can hope to get the bike out and do some. I have a 2006 Gonda Holt. I can't even talk. Marty, you done got my tongue tied around my eye too, and I can't see what I'm saying.
No, we got all day, my friend. Just keep rolling.
I have a Honda Goldwing trike. It's a Roadsmith conversion kit. And like I said, it's a 2006, a little over 34,000 miles on it. So we're going to try to put some miles on it this year and have a lot of fun. Maybe I have a trailer that I can pull, and we also have a tent. We're going to try to do some tent camping this year with the bike.
Oh, that sounds fun.
So
you and your wife can both ride on it?
Yes.
On the one? Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Very cool. So that's my little pocket rocket stove.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, keep going.
Somebody wanted to say hello.
Moji.
Hey, Moji.
Yeah, I know. As you're speaking about pocket rockets or whatever it is, just so happens I have mine right here also in my room.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, I'm not going to tie things up. Robert, go ahead and fill us in. Oh, you're eating too.
I'm having some grapes.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm. Well, as far as me, I've been woodworking for a long time. I dabble in a little bit of everything. I'm getting ready. I thought I'd share something with you guys that I thought might be interesting. I am tomorrow. I'm our local town historian, and I am doing a presentation tomorrow on historic snowstorms in our township. And one of the cool things, I was going over my material today, getting ready for it. Just going over it one last time. And I came across a fantastic article, and it said the summer of 1816 was no summer. And I thought, well, that's an intriguing thing, especially when you're going to be talking about historic snowstorms. Well, what the article said, it was from a 1936. Now, keeping in mind, this was 1816, so 120 years earlier, or after the fact, I should say. Anyway, basically what it came down to was the summer of 1816, there literally was no summer here. January and February of that year was about normal, not quite as bad as usual, winter-wise, but about normal. And then all of a sudden, March, April, May, and June came, and it snowed all the way through those 4 months.
That's crazy.
The farmers, yeah, for our area especially, the farmers in our area, they planted in April, and because it was so wet and so cold, the seeds never germinated, and they died. So there literally was no food that year. All the cows, the sheep, the birds, the turkeys, all the animals were dying because they had no feed, and they had over 400 deaths in the area because of starvation. And then it even snowed in August, and then after August it went back into winter, and it never. So, like I say, the summer with no summer, unbelievable, isn't that something?
Wow.
I mean,
That's
I'd never heard that crazy weather ever. Anyway.
So in Minnesota, I'm pretty sure July is the only month we haven't had snow.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, hasn't been much. Like I remember seeing it was snowing, but it didn't stay on Memorial Weekend one year. And
Mm-hmm.
I remember one year on Labor Day weekend snow too.
Yeah.
But normally, snow possibilities are end of September through beginning of May. But yeah, it can be longer, but that's crazy, especially for
Well, that
over
kind of
there.
sounds just like what you said, Marty. Basically, the same thing what I said. It snowed every month except July. So maybe it was that same era. But of course, it's a long before me, 1816.
Okay.
We weren't around that area.
Well, and then there was gosh, I should get that book and I'm gonna start making videos talking about some of my favorite books too.
Mm-hmm.
But the Armistice Blizzard, I don't know where you guys were or if you were part of that. Well, you're maybe not old enough, but
I'm gonna say November.
my grandpa Moore, he was driving school bus during that, and so I have a book and it's called let's see, All Hell Broke Loose is the name of it. It's a blue book, and it's about the Armistice Blizzard, and I don't know, in the 40s, 50s, something like that, and or maybe it was 60s. I don't know, but it was crazy, and he actually wrote a little bit of his story that I have put in that book.
Right. Well, that basically was November, though. Armistice, right?
What
Early November.
is it?
Well, that's when Armistice, isn't it?
Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah. I don't know if you remember the year or not,
No.
but that was a bad one.
Well, we had one around that time. Like I say, this is all fresh in my mind because of the fact that I'm doing the presentation now, so it's all fresh. They had one which did come across the Midwest and it was called the Children's Blizzard. And that would have been 1888. Again, long before my time.
Okay. Yep. Not too much more.
No, not really.
Robert, you were talking the other day about doing the barns. Back in 2020, they took here in Ohio and went around, I think, to about one barn, a barn in each one of the counties, and painted the bicentennial Ohio emblem on the side of the barns.
Okay, cool.
And we had, matter of fact, we passed one earlier when we were coming back home. And I've seen quite a few of them, but I couldn't tell you where they're all at.
Yeah, isn't it on the sign when you come into the state too?
I think so, Marty. Yeah, I know it was at one time.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Ohio does have their bicentennial logo on their signs.
Yeah.
Well,
What are you tearing up now, Marty?
I'm just putting stuff away. This is my coffee kit that I have in my backpack.
Okay.
And it has a little wood mug that my friend Don turned. It's like a 3 or 4 ounce mug.
Yeah,
And then,
I've seen your mug.
yeah, and then some Black Rifle coffee and the little stove I just made. I put in there. It's perfect size, and then a little tiny plate lid. So that's my coffee kit to go with my canteen kit.
Is that one of those round stoves that has the lid that you screw on the top?
Yeah, this one didn't screw on. I don't know where I got this one, but it snaps on pretty tight, and then I just put a rubber band on it. I made it just a little bit ago on the video.
Oh.
But my favorite is the one out of Bob's Board Butter. That one has a screw-on lid, and I love that stove. It's perfect size, and yeah, it works really good.
Right.
Those things are so easy to use and make, and you can't beat it. They're just fun.
I made one of the Vienna sausage in the tomato paste can.
Oh, yep.
I made one of those one time. That's the only one that I've ever done.
Okay, yep.
well, cool. Well, I'm glad to know that those cans are good for something.
So, yeah, Vienna sausage, you either love it or hate it. So why don't you guys share, both of you or one of you or back and forth? I don't know, because we have a lot of people that are woodworkers that like to watch. Like your thoughts on the value of scroll sign and laser and 3D. They all have the different values. And just your thoughts on all three. I think you both do all three. I think, don't you?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I do. I think we do.
Because I don't know anything about the laser and the 3D, but there is value in all of them, and they're really cool.
Yeah. Well, Lynn, you want to go first, or?
Oh, you go ahead.
Well, all righty. Well, the Scrollsaw, I love the Scrollsaw, probably number one, because that's more traditional woodworking, and of course the one thing that's a kind of a sad thing, I see the Scrollsaw kind of as a dying thing. A lot of people don't do it anymore. The reason I know this is because I see a lot of used ones, good used scroll saws for sale out there, which tells me people buy them either brand new or get a good deal, or they've been sitting around forever, but they're hardly ever used. They're basically brand new.
Yeah.
But there are so many things that you can do on a scroll saw that you can't do on anything else. And of course, I don't have to tell you what they are, but you can just look online and you'll see exactly what they can do. But they're incredible. I think probably the only downfall they have is the thickness. You you can only scroll saw something up to about, well, maybe 2 inches or just below 2 inches thick. You can't do anything really, really thick. But then again, I don't do anything on my bandsaw much thicker than that anyway. So it really doesn't matter. But it's incredible what you can do with the scroll saw. You can do, all kinds of 2D and 3D, artwork. You can make, well, Marty's had several, videos on the scroll saw. You ever want to get a chance to see good scroll saw and watch his channel on them and just go to that watch list. But now, as far as the
Nice
laser,
plug there, Robert. Thanks.
yeah, well, the laser came out, and I've been in the laser engraving probably a little better than 3 years. I think it'll be 4 years this coming November. And the laser is really great for a lot of different things, for very intricate type things. You can do a lot of layered patterns, a lot of very intricate cutting. And of course, as Marty knows, just recently, I use my software that I use for the laser, which is Lightburn, which is a very good software package. I use that for everything. I use that for my graphics packages as well. And you can become a true artist and let the computer do all the work. It's really cool. You can engrave and you can also cut with a laser engraver.
You've done some signs for us that I absolutely love, especially the one in the ambrosia maple.
Oh yeah, sure. The one with
You can't do that on a scroll saw. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it.
Right, yeah. It's more of a burning, it's kind of like a wood burning thing. It's got that wood burning effect to it, if you will. And that's why they call engraving. And of course, you can, depending on what your settings are, you can set it to engrave very, very lightly, or you can engrave very deep, or you can cut all the way through wood. It has its limitations too, depending on the power that you use and how many passes you go. But I've cut things an inch thick before on those, so you can go quite thick, But and then as far as the 3D, that's more of a plastic type thing. It's it's a manufactured, comes in a spool, and you can make all kinds of. Well, there, Lynn's holding something up right now that he made, and you can 3D print a lot of different things. I use my 3D printer, believe it or not so much for artwork or for fun things. Although I've done a few little things for my granddaughter, some fun little toys or whatnot. But I use my 3D printer predominantly for making jigs and other things for the laser and for the scroll saw. Well, for example, I lost on one of my scroll saws, I lost the little, throat plate that goes in there, and I was able to 3D print a replacement for it, which is just as good as the original. So that's my point. I use my 3D printer to make parts and jigs and accessories for my other woodworking projects. So, I mean, that's pretty much the short and long of it as far as I'm concerned on the three of them.
Yeah, I think it could be amazing for making templates and patterns.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Well, here, for example, I just made these for Frankie. I got to get them sent out. But these are the things I was telling you about. Here's some laser engraved letters. This is the hobo font that we use.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And here's, I cut these out, and so you can see the side. It's kind of caramelized burnt,
Yep.
But that's the letters that these are 2-inch letters now that
Robert,
I got these. I've got a bunch of them all bagged up for Frankie, ready to go.
That's so cool.
Are those a 1/4 inch or an 1/8 inch?
These are 1/8 cardboard.
Well, and actually, doing stuff on the laser and 3D, you could probably even go like 16th or something, or 3/16.
Yeah, you probably could.
So, question for you: how did you do your eye? Because I don't like the eye in the hobo font because it's just a curved eye.
Yeah.
And I don't like that because it's really hard to attach the other letters. So I make my own, which it's got a line on top and the bottom, like a regular I, capital I.
Yeah, I have 2 of them. I've made a capital and a lowercase one. So for that very reason, that's why I did it. Okay,
and for me, for as long as I've been scrolling and making names, I do everything in caps. Unless I'm going to do a word like like the Smile or Coffee or something. I might do, but then I'm going to type it on my computer and just print it off because I'll do a capital. And otherwise, if I'm doing names, I do all caps.
Right.
Yeah, that I always bugged me. It just doesn't fit with the other one. So I made one. I still don't like mine.
Now,
The
see,
one I
here's
made.
something you mentioned, Marty. I would not make those templates on the 3D printer, primarily because it would take forever to do
Yeah.
an alphabet. It would take forever, even if the letters only took 7, 8, 9 minutes apart piece. You know, it would take you forever to go through the entire alphabet.
Okay.
Where the laser, I can lay these all out on one sheet and be done in less than a half an hour for two alphabets.
So making templates then are better on the laser.
Well, for me, I think it is. For me, yes.
Okay, that's good to know.
And also the cost. You know, because I mean, a filament isn't terribly expensive, but it's going to take a fair amount of filament, and you know that's $15-16 a roll for it. Whereas I can put a $1.50 piece of wood and have the whole thing done in 1/8 of the time.
Okay.
You got to use your head. You know, you got to kind of weigh things, temper them back and forth.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, with these, like he said, Marty, and whoever's listening, these things now, like the John 3:16 cross that I made.
Mm-hmm.
I've got two. I got a purple one here and a white one. Now you could use something like this here to trace out on your wood.
Oh yeah, they'd be perfect
to do a wooden cross.
Well, what's nice is you made them on the 3D printer, so you have those for gifts, but you could actually use them for patterns too, or templates.
Right.
Sure.
And like all these animals, I think, for like the DeWalt Scrollsaw, where you change your blade. I made the little knob here, so instead of the little black knob that you have,
right,
I made this here to fit on that, and it makes it easier to get a good grip on it.
Oh, here. I wonder if I can. Let me see something here. Oh, there we go. I got a bigger picture, so.
Okay, yeah. And see, it fits. I'm trying to get it where the camera's at.
Lynn, that is so cool. I've seen people make them out of wood, but I've never seen a plastic one. That is so cool.
And I have this one, and then I also have a black one that I made. I'm going to try to get them to where they'll both fit at the same time on the top and the bottom.
You know what's cool about that too is I'm not crazy about those blade holders, but I'm getting used to them because I have them on a couple of my saws, and that's what everybody's doing now. And I think that knob is pretty much the same on DeWalt, Delta, Porter Cable, everything now.
Yeah. I want to show some of the animals here. I think Chris was asking something about them yesterday.
Okay. Robert, are you still on, Robert?
I'm here.
Okay, I just made the picture big so people can see Lynn's stuff.
Here's a lion. It was a statue.
That is so cool.
And then a moose.
I like the moose. It's so cool.
I made this for my daughter because her favorite deal is the moose.
Okay.
And then this is the white wolf. I made another one. This one here broke in the process of making it. But I made another one, and it's sitting in the box. If Brother Frankie's around, I want him to know that I will be shipping it off to him.
Okay, yeah.
I made him a white wolf for his channel. And then we have a grizzly bear.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite. I got a love-hate relationship with bears.
And then, of course, you've seen the purple bison.
Yeah.
I have a black one. This was my school mascot when I was in high school was the bison, and our colors were purple and white. And of course, when you first start into 3D printing, this is one of the first few things that they have you to print. I think they call these benchies. Is that right, Robert?
A benchy.
Yeah.
Little tugboat.
Yeah, a little tugboat. I've got about 2 or 3 or 4 of those. And then
you guys can't see me right now, can you?
Nope.
No.
Okay, because I'm peeing again.
Okay. I thought I heard something.
Too much information.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry.
Here's the bald eagle.
Oh, that is so cool. That's just amazing.
And then
Marty, you don't watch what we're watching. Take care of your own business.
Oh no! Oh no! I missed.
Yeah.
Here's the ocarina, and it does play. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this or not.
Now that is really cool because that's.
And then
Love that because it's an actual instrument. It's not just a cool thing you made. It's actually an instrument. That's just so cool.
Right.
Looks like a little conch shell.
Yeah. And then I have paint stands that you put on and spray paint stuff. I made 4 of these.
Oh, nice.
And then my little bitty Eiffel Tower.
Hey.
That's so cool. I didn't see that one. Very cool.
But, and then of course, most of you seen my cigar box guitars that I built. This is a left-handed one from my friend in Texas. I've got to finish this up. I got to get some more tuner keys. And then I will try to get this finished here in the next week or so. But other than that, that's about it. And of course, I have my laser printer that, like Robert has, which, let me see, I may have something here. We cut out little boxes, little jewelry boxes.
Oh, that is beautiful. I love that. And I just don't think I could ever. I mean, I could scroll saw that, but it would take forever, and I just don't have the patience.
And this in here it has its own hinge built into it when you cut it out.
Very nice. That is so cool, Lynn.
But I really enjoy I love my scroll saw, don't get me wrong. But since I've learned how to operate the laser, I have a blast with it. My son-in-law, he comes over and has me to do a lot of stuff for him. His nephew came over with him the other day, and they had designed something. We had to put it on the board and cut it and everything for him. But it's been a lot of fun. I really enjoy my laser, and I know you were saying thanks to Brother Robert there for all the help that he did with your stickers and your posters and things.
Yeah.
I give him kudos and big handouts for helping me with the laser.
Oh, no problem. Here's something I made for Marty that he hasn't got yet. Actually, I made him 4 or 5 of them. These are your little battery holders for your Ryobi.
Oh, okay. Oh, so cool. So they'll just slide in there?
That's right.
Yeah.
You just see these 2 holes. You put that up against the wall, and then you slide in your battery right in the front.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Thanks so much.
A bunch of them made up for you. I got to ship them out and get them out to you. I got a real special thing coming to all you guys, including Andy. I made something I was messing around with. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm just going to surprise you with it. I'll be shipping that out shortly, too.
Okay.
It's a little early.
You're on the big screen if you want to show any other things.
Oh, okay. Well, it's I'm not going to show you that because
No, not that one.
it's a Christmas ornament for everybody, but it's a very
Oh,
special one. It's a very special one that it's a one of a kind. Well, six of a kind, seven of a kind. How many I made? One for each one of us.
Oh,
Yeah, and they're only going to be the only 7 made in the world.
very nice.
So that'll be kind of cool. I left them downstairs, or I'd show them to you, but I don't have them put together yet.
You got such a big heart. That's probably why you got heart problems. Your heart's too big for your body.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, it's bursting out.
Well, that's all right. I just want to get over this. I'm just so tired of singing doctors, But anyway,
Yeah.
we'll get one more down after Monday. My son's going to take me up. He's got the day off. He's going to. Well, the boss gave him the day off, so he's going to be with me the whole day.
Oh, hey, Frankie wants to come in.
Okay.
Let me grab him here. 1 second. Let's see. All right. Where did he go? Here he is. Hey.
Hey, brother.
Hey,
Frankie.
brother. Look at it. We got 4 of us here.
There he is.
Marty, this is what I built. He built your Ryobi. I got a DeWalt battery hanger.
Okay. Very cool. That is so neat. I can't imagine how you do that, how you make them to fit perfectly.
Well, this is the way they're designed, and they come out and they fit in there.
Oh, you just download the file. Somebody already made the design.
Okay. See, you guys I thought I knew a lot about technical stuff, computers and stuff, but you guys are way above me. I had a hard time this morning setting up my shop. I was up till 1 a.m. Then I spent a couple hours this morning. I still don't have it all set up right, but
Marty, this is the battery.
That is so cool. That is just so cool.
And then you can put another one on this one.
Okay, very cool.
This is after you get them charged and everything, then you can take and store them there so they...
Very cool. Frankie, welcome to the show. So, for everybody watching, this is my friend. These 3 guys I have met through my YouTube channel. It's just amazing how God uses things to bring people together. I've also met Chris. I just seen him the other day, but this is Lynn from Ohio, Robert from New York, and now Frankie from Alabama is on here. Frankie, and this is kind of neat because I've been cleaning up and putting stuff away while you guys have been talking. And Frankie, if you want to share anything you want about God, woodworking, lasers, anything about life, anything you want to talk about.
Right now, I want to thank God for all of my customers today. Guys, I made $210 today.
Oh, that's amazing. For a yard sale, that is absolutely amazing. God is so good.
People, when they ask me how much, some of them, I go to make change. They said, keep the change and stuff. And I was sitting there carving while I was talking to them. And the parents would tell their kids about it, and they'd stop dead in their tracks and just watch.
That is so cool. Oh, that's wonderful.
I couldn't believe I made that much. I kind of did. And I couldn't believe it. So I had Melinda to count it, and sure enough, that's how much I made today. I'm almost in tears about it. I mean, that's the most I've ever made out of my woodworking.
That's amazing. That is so cool, Frankie. God is so good. He can do so much better than we can, and we got to just trust him and lean on him, and it's just amazing. Give him all the glory, too.
Yes, sir.
That's a little like the little boy that was shining shoes, right? The little boy that was shining shoes anyways, and he come home and his father asked him how he did. He said, I did really, really well. He said, but I am exhausted. He said, exhausted? He said, what do you mean exhausted? He says, well, he says, I'm just so exhausted. And he said, well, you shouldn't get so exhausted. You're kind of down on your knees. It's not like you're taking a hike or anything like that. Well, how much did you make? And he said, well, I made $150.10. And he said, 10 cents? Who's the cheapskate that gave you the dime? And he says, everybody. Now you see why he was tired?
That's a lot of cheer shots.
That's a dedicated young man right there. He said he was tired.
Love it, Robert. Keep going. I love it.
No, you don't want to turn me on.
Oh, yes, yes. Yeah, great stories, jokes, dad jokes, puns, bring it all on. Laughter is good medicine for us all.
Well, that's what they say.
And I had a lot of people taking
What was your
pictures of my
Frankie? What
info.
was your bestseller, Frankie?
Spoon
I was going to suggest the spoons were.
spoons. And nobody questioned my price.
That's
So
good. That's good.
him saying it being handmade, I think. What?
Well, you sold
really
You sold $210.10 worth of spoons at 10 cents a piece. You made a lot of spoons.
Well, the thing is, I didn't have but about 4 ready to go. You know, the little.
What'd you do? Make them as they waited? Really?
No. Ain't that fast. I ain't elf yet. But anywho, the little ones you make, Marty, that you give away.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
I sold 2 of them for $5 a piece.
Okay, okay.
The little
And my
ones?
big one, the 2 or 3 big ones, I sold one of them for 10. I don't really know how I made that much. It's all good. That's all I'm saying. Like I said, I mean, I prayed that I would because I need to get some more because I do have some orders for the big kitchen ones.
Okay. Well, yeah, so that's what I said. If you're gonna sell your woodworking at garage sales, that's hard. You can't. Sorry, I'm getting back up in my spot up here. You can't do garage sale prices. It's better to have a sign and a separate table that those are handcrafted because then people will pay those prices, and it is good to have a notebook and take orders. Sometimes when I've done that,
I order forms.
yeah.
But a lot of people, even on my laser engrave, I had some samples of it. And some people really interested in it. I had some Luan crosses that I make Christmas decorations out of. And there's a lady going to talk to their youth director and may have me to cut out some for their kiddos to do the paint and stuff.
Okay.
I was going to ask you if you sold any laser plaques or signs.
And it's just amazing. And
Their kids love watching him carve.
Yeah, that is so good. God is so good. It's amazing what he can do when we put things in his hands.
And I can thank y'all 3 for the encouragement and the help learning me this trade. I mean, Marty, you got me doing the videos, and a lot of them's going to check out my channel. And Robert, you teaching me the laser, you and Lynn talking me through it. And I just can't think who has enough for that. It's
You're thinking me, Professor Frankie? Are you
hey,
kidding me?
I think y'all too, because he stayed out of trouble all day long.
Wow. Well, you took his chair away from him. How could he get in trouble?
Well, this
You took his power chair away from him. He couldn't go anywhere.
don't tell nobody that.
Oh, hey Frankie, how you making out on that? By the way, did you hear anything from anybody?
next week.
That's a long time.
And then they's probably going to be sending the tech out for him to look at it. Then
Okay.
he'll go back another week before I get a loaner.
Oh, Roy, that's a long
That's
time.
too bad they can't give you a loaner earlier.
Well, yeah, they should take our word for it, but probably that's the way.
Well,
So Frankie, do you have a regular wheelchair that you can use in the meantime, at least?
Yes, we have a couple of manual ones. The best one, though, doesn't have feet that you put your feet on, and I have to hold them up. And they give me steroids. It helps some with my left leg. I had to look and see which one it was hurting it. Helped it, but God's got this. Ain't worried about it a bit. And I got scalped the other day, as y'all can see. Got a good haircut.
Looks good.
Yeah, but you can still see your face. I told you not to get me started, Marty.
y'all are good.
Hey, I'd rather laugh than cry any day.
Well, at least you're handsome. How'd you like to go around with a face like mine? God, I had a guy. In fact, I had a guy ask me yesterday. I went into Burger King to pick up Christopher, and there was a guy in there, and he goes, "Boy, you look familiar." And I said, "Really?" I said, I'm sorry, I don't place where you're from or anything. He said, "Well," he said, "either that or," he said, "there's a guy that looks just like you." And I says, "I pity that man." That poor guy. That poor guy.
You got a good radio face, Robert.
But yeah, I got a face for radio. But that's the truth. I did go in there to Burger King. The guy was saying, "I think I know you," and it's like, "I'm sorry, I wished I could remember you, but I don't. I really don't recall." And he probably went home and remembered where he knew me from, but I didn't know. I honestly didn't know.
You know, it's funny because one of my kids, I don't remember. I'm not going to say which one. It was either Nikki Hayden or Danny. One of my kids said one time that I looked just like Steve Martin.
Oh, really?
And I said, well, I'll take that as a compliment. He's a good looking guy. He's like, I don't know, 60, 70, and he still looks good. And I don't know, I'll take that. But then one of my other kids, I don't remember which one, but they said, no, you're more like Ernest Borgnine.
Oh.
And I said, yeah, that's probably closer.
He looks like a pug, doesn't he? Ernest Borgnine did.
He looks like a rock. His face looks like a rock. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I do kind of look like that.
Frankie, go ahead.
And another thing, one of the local newspapers come by, and I think it's all digital. If it is, I will see if I can be able to send y'all the link. He took a picture of some of my work and my contact info to put on that.
Great. Oh, that's so cool. You know, and it's really cool to see what God can do. God can do things that we can't see.
Hey, Frankie, you know what we got to do, Marty, for Frankie? We got to make him, no, seriously, we got to make him a digital business coin like I made for you that he can hand out for business cards.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I could design it for him and then send him the file down, and he can make his own little coin.
That would be nice.
Did you ever see those, Frankie, that Marty?
Yeah, Marty sent me one.
Oh, there you go.
I
Well,
love them. I've given a whole bunch away. I've
we'll make.
actually left some in some restrooms too, randomly.
I'll work on a file for you, and I'll send it down to you so you can make your own. And
And
you
yeah,
know what I mean. Just put on it, White Wolf Adventures, and then on the back put your number or your whatever you want. You tell me what you want on it, and we can put your YouTube logo
My
on the front, and then put your number so they can contact you for any future work. It's a good
well,
thing. And that way they're not going to throw that away like a business card. They'll stick it in their
right.
pocket. They'll stick it in their pocket and then pull it out and say, "What the heck is this?" Oh, that's that guy that did those spoons.
Yeah,
And that's a
that's
really
a
cool
great
way.
idea.
And then you just use all your leftovers, your cutoffs, your scraps, when you're
Oh,
lasering.
that's
And
right.
you can knock out 30, 40 of those at a time and put them in a little baggie or hand them on, have them on your table. When people go by, here you go.
You
You know,
know, uh, I showed it earlier in the video already, but Frankie, you do lots of wonderful things. Oh shoot, I just spilled. Oh well.
or we can also make you some of those little metal business cards. I got a bunch of them. I just was going to try out. They're
Yeah,
they're pretty
but
cheap.
I was gonna say I showed it earlier in the video, and then I spilled something here. But you do a lot of cool things. You all do amazing work. You're inspiration to me. But honestly, Frankie, my favorite thing that you made is that leather notebook.
Oh, wow.
I mean, he put my YouTube channel name on it, and he put one of my favorite scriptures on the back. And not only is it leather, but he did it with laser work, and it's a notepad, so it's useful. It's in my day pack all the time now. Um, I love it. I think that's my favorite thing that you made. And it's unique. And I mean, you didn't really use a pattern, really. You made it up, and I love it. I think that.
It's so unique, you have to sneak up on it, huh?
Show that,
Yeah.
Marty. Marty, show it on there.
Yep.
Marty, does this look familiar?
Uh, let me see. Hold on, I got to get you a bigger screen here. Oh, yep. So, do you like that one?
Yes, I use it all the time. Round the shop here, yeah.
I liked it, but I didn't use it that often. And I got this one now. This one's the Whittler, and
Right.
this one just has two blades, and it's better for me. But yeah, by the way, y'all, I got both of those on my Amazon link if you want to click on them. I'm going to be advertising all the time now.
I have a question, Marty. The more knife you use, where do you purchase those at?
So I'll have to check, but I think I put a link in my description. But I actually bought them at Runnings. I think I have 3 of them, and I'm still on my first one after 3 years. I haven't touched the other ones. And well, so here's the thing: more knives. They make. I think it's called the Companion, and I've seen them at Runnings. I've seen them at Fleet Farm, Cabela's. I think I even seen them at Walmart one time. And by the way, the last 3 Walmarts I went to, they have the Delta tools. So I think everybody's doing it now.
Yeah, they've got them at ours too.
But yeah, that's where I get them. But you can get them on Amazon. You can order them. But they're like $12 to $15, and they're a really good knife for the price. There is another one that's like $50, $75. That's like really bushcrafty, and it has a nice case and everything. But I'm telling you, that one that's $12, $15, it's a great knife. Matter of fact, yeah, I think I have 3 of them. Next time I send you a box, I'll put one in the mail to you, Frankie, because I don't know if I'll ever get around to using the other ones because the one I have lasts forever.
Well, it being a Swiss made knife for $12. Yeah.
You can't beat that.
That's good. Because Swiss makes a doggone good knife.
Yeah.
I've used a Swiss Army knife since I was.
For those that don't know,
Yeah,
Marty,
I have 2 Swiss Army knives here.
Marty turned me on to this here.
Oh, you got one too.
It's called the Bucket Boss. These things are the neatest things for your tools. For if you're carving, I got mine. I believe I got it off of Amazon. I can't remember how much it was, but this was one of the best things that I ever purchased. And
Yeah,
Yeah,
it rolls up.
my
Got,
carving stuff.
yes.
Marilyn got that for me. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna add that to my Amazon links. Marilyn got it for me, and I think it's really cool because it's not real big, and you can use it for anything. It works great for a carving set, and things don't fall out. I've seen some where they can fall out, and that one, and you can cinch it up tight, and yeah,
See, I even have my gloves in here.
yep, me too. That is so cool.
And then I have, well, there's my stropping. I'm not going to get it out, but my strop.
Well, that's nice because it rolls up and it what's it got, like Velcro straps to hold it shut?
No,
The fast clip or whatever they are, they're really good, and they can cinch up too.
Cool.
See, it's got them quick snaps, Robert.
Yep, nice.
Yeah,
well, maybe I'll order one because
I actually took a Sharpie and I wrote on each one of the pockets in mine too, so I know what's in there. And I mean, again, is all you need is a knife. But I got more in there. I got a hook knife. I got a little hatchet I got from Walmart, which has a saw. And I have a little saw in there. I have 5 different grits of sandpaper. I got mineral oil in there. I got a sharpener in there. I got my gloves in there. I got a strap in there. I got Band-Aids and pencils. I mean, it holds a lot for a small little kid. It's pretty cool.
Sure.
Hey, we're gonna hit 3 hours. Can you believe that?
Almost.
I see we have Mr. Dozer in there with us. Hello, Dozer.
Yeah, he's been in here since the beginning, earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him in there. I just wanted to say hello to him.
Yeah,
Marty.
there's actually only one person watching right now, but I'm sure a lot of people watch the after. But yeah, we're just kind of rambling, but somebody will enjoy this.
Yeah, Brother Chris was in there a while ago.
He was, yeah.
Well, he went to take a shower, Marty, is what he said.
Yeah, he said good night, and it was only 4 o'clock.
Well, he was taking a shower. He said he wasn't. He wasn't going to bed. He was taking a shower.
Oh, okay.
Question, Marty, for you.
Okay.
You say you split the wood, from branches. How long do you let it sit before you do that? Like the wood.
I don't get real picky about it. Some people say you should, dry your wood for a year or something. I mean, a few weeks, a month, maybe. I mean, I have them stacked in there. Again, I don't get around to splitting or carving very often, so they end up sitting there for a month. But it doesn't take real long. Now, there's a lot of people out there who will say it's better to use green wood to carve, and I hate doing that because it's like carving celery. It's wet, and the other thing is it's gonna dry and crack. So it's better to dry it first. And I think dry wood carves so much better, and it's not gonna change. It's already dry. And if you have sharp knives, it cuts so nice.
And while I'm asking, there's a guy that's supposedly going to bring me some probably about 24-inch pieces of cherry wood. It's not boards. It's just like, and it's not been cut long.
Okay.
So probably maybe this time next year, let it set over the winter. Then
yeah, and I don't know a whole lot about that. I don't know if it's better to split them and let them dry flat, or it's better to dry the logs. I know one thing though. Like I cut all mine like 10, 12 inches, and then I let them dry. but sometimes they crack on the ends. And somebody said if you paint the ends, they won't crack as much.
That's true.
So yeah, I don't know a lot about that, but you know, it's worked for me. And sometimes even if they dried and cracked a little bit, I still can get 1 or 2 spoons out of it. You know, I think it's a bigger deal when you're talking about lumber, like, and you want straight, nice boards and you're going to build furniture or something. For carving spoons, you can get a spoon out of anything really, but
Crooked spoons would be cool.
yeah, well, and sometimes you want a crooked one. So, you know, I've actually seen people make like ladles or curved spoons and they actually took a curved branch to do it.
Oh,
It would be cool.
And I'm going to tell you one project I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to carve a cup like a mug.
Like a cooksa, like Lynn just did on
I
a,
like your wooden mug, Marty, that you drank coffee out of.
yeah, well, so that one my friend Don did on his lathe. He didn't carve it, but like the one that Lynn has there, you can actually carve that out of wood. But it's a lot of work, and you need a big scoop knife.
yes.
I did one. I made a little one for Maryland. It didn't turn out very good. I tried another one, and I just gave up because it was just so hard. But yeah, people make them by hand, and you can do them, or you can just, you know, you can cheat and kind of use like a drill press and a Forstner bit for part of it to get the hole at least started.
Yeah.
The other thing is you can cut rings on the Scrollsaw and glue them up. Those turn out really nice. It's just I still haven't figured out a good finish that's good for hot liquids and food safe. But
Lynn,
Well,
did you try
guys,
drinking out of that
I'm
one
about
yet?
to jump off of here because I'm hungry because I haven't eaten but one hot dog all day.
oh
So,
no, okay, yeah, you gotta go eat, Frankie. We're probably
yeah,
gonna start winding down here. We're 3 hours, so that's probably
love you guys. Thanks so much for all the encouraging words
Nice
and the
job on the sales,
education
Frankie.
y'all given me.
love you
And
too, Frankie, and you are an
Brother Frankie,
inspiration to
love
us
you, my
all.
friend. Take care.
Linda's see y'all.
Linda, you be good in the background there.
Give him his
No.
chair back.
Don't say no. The old man's giving you an order.
Hey, I worked hard today.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do squat, really.
Did you sell anything, Melinda?
I made $29.
Really?
Did you see Frankie's white wolf?
$29.10.
No, not even $29, like $29 even.
She didn't
And it
hear
cost
the
me
preceding one.
$50 the thing.
Actually, $29 is actually excellent for a garage sale.
Oh, not for there, it wasn't. And I'm still in the hole because I paid $50 to rent the pavilion.
Oh yeah,
Well, Melinda,
yeah.
you should have took some cornbread or some chili sauce or something.
I should have. I should have.
What are you doing in that hole, Melinda?
Huh?
When we've done garage sales, we're lucky if we make enough to go get lunch. It's usually that we usually don't do them anymore. We usually just give stuff away.
Well, we got lunch too. Like I got everybody lunch, so that was like $35. So I did make a little bit more than $28. But for there, that was really surprising because they have about 3,000 people go through there.
Wow,
Oh,
that's
wow.
huge.
So this wasn't
Like,
at your house.
Yeah, I have made $2,500.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah. It's a big, y'all are to look it up. Sportsman's Lake. I'll put a link on there so y'all can look at it. But
Can you do that legally?
Like huge. What?
What's the big sellers there, Melinda? What goes the best?
It's pretty much, well, I don't know. I don't ever leave my thing because if I leave my spot, I'll spend all my money.
Well, I wonder, like,
Yeah, that's how it goes.
is it woodworking, crocheting, You know,
you
crap.
have all kinds of stuff. Most of it is just yard sale stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes,
So you sold his chair. That's what you did?
one man's
Yes, I
choice is
sold it.
another man's treasure.
How much you get for that yard?
For that yard, I better get a lot. They charged a lot more this year. I'm not doing it next year. They charged too much this year.
You're going to get her hot under the collar lid.
And people talk about selling garages and things like that in yards. I still see them sitting there.
Hey, Lynn, I gotta say this before I go. Me and a friend of mine was going to a flea market. All right, we see a big sign. It says family reunion. And he said, let's bust this family reunion. I said, what? He said, just follow my lead. So we go up. He said, how y'all doing? I'm cousin George from Georgia. And they invited us to eat. We eat so much we busted. They always actual kinfolk.
Like the judge says to the old boy up in Nova Scotia, right? He had him before the bench, and he says to the guy, he said, well, he says, you and your neighbors. He said, well, you got any grudges? And he said, yeah. He says, but I'd have to move the cars out before I sell it.
Oh my goodness. Well, this has been fun, y'all. We should start to wind down here.
I've been sleeping for a half hour, Marty. Where you been?
Yeah, we've only been here for a half an hour, huh?
This has been fun, and it's good to know that we can do a whole bunch at one time. I mean, I don't know if anybody else is going to enjoy this, but
I got my sunshade. Oh, I forgot to put my sunshades on, Marty. That light shining.
oh, yeah, I know. Yeah,
Well, they got to watch me and Marty eat supper. So
yeah. I'm going to read my final quote. The final quote is by Max Lucado.
oh, I like that.
God meets our daily needs, not weekly or annually. He will give you what you need when you need it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Max Lucado. And I would add to that, we need to want God's will and not our own. So I think that's a big thing too.
Amen to that.
Amen.
Because he can do so much better than we can, and it's amazing when we just put things in his hands. I'm excited to see what he's going to do with the rest of our lives for all of us. Things that we can do and just ways we can honor him.
We eat your favorite food, Marty. Mexican.
Okay, sounds good. All right.
Y'all.
All righty then, everybody.
All right. Well, we'll do this again soon. Maybe next Saturday. We'll see.
We'll have to see.
Now we know that it works. So
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and slide on out of here. Well, not slide. I'm gonna step out of here. I don't have nothing to slide on. So anyway, good to see you guys. And Marty, appreciate you the invite there. And Robert, we'll be praying for you for Monday, my brother.
Well, thank you very much.
So you take care and tell Miss Lynn we said hello. And Marty, good to see you again too, my brother.
okay, you too. Have a good night.
Y'all too.
See you later.
You know, it's really cool to know that we can do that.
That's pretty cool.
The more people you get, the smaller the picture gets, and pretty soon it's the Brady Bunch or Hollywood Squares or.
Well, I like that actually.
Yeah.
I tell everybody when they see me, I said, watch. And then I run down about a football field away. I said, watch. The further away I get, the smaller I look to you. It works too, Marty. Watch. See?
Jeez. I love it. I needed the laugh today. I really did. So thank you,
Did you?
brother.
Well, you betcha. Yeah. Well, you take care. Get a good night's sleep, and we'll chat tomorrow a little bit. And
Okay.
I'll whenever things get settled up a little bit there, I'll have Brandon get a hold of you guys and let you know how everything made out Monday. Okay.
Sounds really good. Sounds good.
Okay. All righty.
We'll talk. We'll probably talk to you later on the fun chat.
Okay. You be well and say hey to Marilyn when you talk to her. Okay.
Okay.
See you later, buddy.
All right. Bye bye. Oh, that was fun. Is anybody left on here? Oh, sorry, y'all. 3 hours and 10 minutes live stream. I think that's a record for me. Well, this has been fun. I needed to laugh a little bit today. And so thanks everybody for being on here. Thank you for Lynn and Robert and Frankie for joining in. Thanks for everybody who watched and being part of the live stream. But thank you for everybody who watch after the fact. I'll be interested to see if anybody watches the whole 3 hours of us just talking. But anyway, this has been fun. I just pray you're all doing well and God is real and alive in your lives. Again, thank you so much for watching my channel and my silly videos. I just like to share my life and whatever I'm doing, and just I hope I can help you smile. Again, if you're interested in supporting, it's up to you. You don't have to. Again, my videos, my channel will always be free. If you wanted to contribute, if there's anything that you're interested in on the Amazon links, look in my description. They're all there. Just things that I bought, that I use, that I like. If there's anything you're going to buy or whatever, you can buy it through there. You don't have to. And you can check out my Spreadshop. We got some things on there. I don't know if you want something with Marty's ramblings on it or not, but it's there if you want. And anyway, that's in the description of every video. And yeah, I'm gonna kick back for the night here. Actually, I think I'm gonna go for a walk. It's cooling off again. Beautiful, beautiful day in the mountains here in Williams, Arizona. I don't think we'll ever move, but if my wife and I were ever gonna move, and if we were gonna move to Arizona, I think this is where I want to live. Nice little town in the mountains. Mountains, trees, green, cool. There's snow. I mean, it's not like desert. It's beautiful here. But anyway, I'm gonna kick back for the evening here and talk to my wife in a little bit here when she gets home, see how her day went. And yeah, just thanks again so much for watching. Please give this a thumbs up if you like this live stream. Again, I have over 500 videos of all different things. Watch them if you're bored. Anyway, pray you're doing well. And thanks so much for being with me on this and this little adventure through life. And yeah, anyway, we'll see you on the next video.